Welcome guys, another video. Today we'll be discussing Denims and KC response to my lawsuit, which was due on Friday of last week. They did respond, and I'm gonna go over it for you guys now. And I'm just gonna put it this way. This is just a total flawless victory for us. Me and my lawyer, we honestly expected too much. We expected way too much of our opponent. We thought for sure there would be a counterclaim at least, right? But they're done, and they're bad, and they're wrong.
Hey guys, what's going on? In this video, we take a look at some of the recent iDubbbz stream clips, the Phil DeFranco video on Ethan Hasan Destiny, and Ethan Klein's newest VOD on demand, responding to a recent Denims lawsuit update. While I think this segment is pretty well organized myself, today's channel sponsor says they can help you organize your life. Have you ever felt like there just aren't enough hours in the day to get through your to-do list? This channel may look simple to run, but between streaming, editing my podcast, 40 hours a week of my traditional job, and well, that social life that I pretend to have, I often find myself being late to things or overbooked in my day with more than I could feasibly handle. Today's channel sponsor, Akiflow, says they've got the answers to my problems. Akiflow's bread and butter is time blocking. It's a tool that helps professionals organize their schedules by allowing tasks to be dragged and dropped directly into the calendar. My favorite part is the seamless integration, allowing consolidated tasks from multiple platforms to be centralized into one location for easy management. This includes Gmail, Slack, Notion, and more. There is also an AI co-pilot that learns your habits and auto-assigns tasks to improve your productivity. I like how much customization Akiflow has as well. It includes event color coding, morning rituals, and project organization powered by AI. Time blocking is really cool because it helps you improve focus, minimize procrastination, and enhance productivity. I find it pretty easy to jump in and use. If you want to take the plunge into better organizing your life and enhancing productivity, please use my link in the description to get started with Akiflow today. That link is akiflow.pro/Nicholas DeOrio. If you want to go there, it's either in the description or akiflow.pro/Nicholas DeOrio. And thank you to Akiflow for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the show. There have been a whole lot of clips of iDubbbz streaming. I don't know why he's streaming. I've been trying to tell my audience that I just don't understand why iDubbbz, somebody who's getting a lot of hate online, somebody who wants people to leave him alone, I don't know why he's chosen streaming to 150 people. Like, ultimately, there are more people watching these clips than there are watching his streams. I legitimately think that, like, something hitting Yeet's feed might actually get more viewership than the entire live show that iDubbbz does on Twitch. He probably would do better if he just chose to stream on main, if he has no intention of doing anything there again. But I think he wants to legit, like, brute force becoming a bread tuber. Is that what he's going for? He wants to brute force becoming a bread tuber. So that's not going to go super well for him. I don't think he's not intelligent enough to do it. But in the meantime, money needs to be fucking flowing. Okay, chat? When you're sitting here and you're being a bread tuber, right? There's one thing that we know about bread tubers, and that they're not very wealthy, especially in current day. We spent like 3 months laughing at people who were begging their audience for money or making GoFundMes or demanding content. I'm still a Patreon of Innuendo Studios, and I follow all of his updates very closely to see if he's paying the taxes that his audience paid for, okay? Being a bread tuber, not a lucrative game. So sometimes sometimes you've got to go and reach out. You got to reach around the bush. You know what I mean? You gotta go beat around the bush if you're really trying to make that fucking money, you know? Obviously, 150 streamers, that shit's not cutting it. Motherfuckers got bills to pay, all right? They got their charity event has ended. So Anisa Jomha announced that she will be doing something later today. I want to point out that Beazle posted this, I believe, before the announcement. I believe that Beazle was literally the first one to say this, as a matter of fact. And Ethan's stream sent Anisa back to porn.
I always do the possible.
Yeah, that's something that happened. Ethan fired up so many live streams about Anisa Jomha and her husband iDubbbz that she has been forced back into the pornography industry. That is what this is, guys. Not only did we see Creator Clash get destroyed, we sent Anisa Jomha back to pornography. So that is something that dude, this is very funny. I'm sorry if you're not into this kind of joke. I'm sorry. but I'm not. Anisa tweeted out, in true succubus fashion, I am announcing my relaunch. You could subscribe now. Lots of photo sets to come. It's not good. This is not a good. This is great for us. This is just like, this is not a good
tweet.
This is not a good indicator that all is well
appreciated the shout out.
up in Canada. What's happening up there? It's getting hot in Canada. Okay. So yeah, Anisa had announced that, and then iDubbbz responded back, doing the cuck shaker again. I don't know why he's, dude. All you gotta do is just not tweet. I love succubi. Sorry to those who have never experienced the love of a succubus. Again, I don't know, dude. I think the cuck stuff for iDubbbz was overplayed for way too long, and I don't think it's necessarily that funny anymore. But then he tweets the most cucked shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Not call this guy a fuck? Like, what am I supposed to fucking do here? Dude, a succubi. I don't know. This is just like actually fucking delusional. He's posting this stuff on Maine, trying to stay under the radar. I mean, it's just lolcow material.
Tweet on Nicholas.
So that's the big announcement. The big announcement is the OnlyFans has returned.
Hey Nick, did you see that 2 podcasts platformed Hasan Piker? One is literally another Hasan, and the other is 2 grandmas glazing him.
I gotta be honest with you, my chat loves Ethan Hasan Destiny, but they don't like listening to Hasan's voice. I have to do this very small clips. They can only hear Hasan talk for like a maximum of 5 minutes, and then they start saying, skip this thing, 2x it, move on to the next subject. Even if it's like integral drama, they're like, I can't listen to this guy fucking talk. I can't listen to the dead air. This guy's got to fill. Can't do it. But yeah, obviously, so the big thing today is the OnlyFans is back. Okay, back, motherfucker, better than ever, right? And now we've got like a bunch of clips from the stream, and then Anisa Jomha's Crash Out is coming as well, because obviously it didn't go over. We're learning more right now about Creator Clash 3. Apparently Ginger Pale was supposed to fight either Dad or Freddie Wong, who both obviously ended up not fighting, along with everyone else on the card.
Oh, blessed be Ginger Pales in the chat. Everyone,
He finally found someone associated with Creator Clash that he didn't have to ban.
tell Ginger Pale he's awesome, and yeah, just that he's awesome. Thank you for being here,
What a glowing endorsement.
dude. Also, fellow Canadian. I'm not Canadian yet,
Wait, yet? He's going for actual citizenship?
dude. Also, fellow Canadian. I'm not Canadian yet, but, you know, with time, I will eventually
I think America should have to pay tariffs on this fucking guy leaving.
be. Ginger Pale has some very awesome animations on YouTube. You should check it out.
And he hasn't gone on Nick DeOrio's live stream.
And Ginger is one of the competitors who was going to fight in Creator Clash 3. He trained really hard.
What did he get, like AIDS?
And maybe one of these days he can beat me up.
Dude, it's the only people who are allowed to fight him, people who got like fucking,
limit.
who couldn't make it on the card.
And that would be cool.
Somebody wrote me and they said, why did you fucking, like, who is the robot on the donation? Why did you replace the British guy? And I just felt like, oh my God, dude. Like, does anyone not know that's Jim? I don't know. Jesus Christ, who is the robot?
Because I am in Edmonton, and he's in Edmonton as well.
Wait, are you an engineer? If you're in Edmonton, are you even close right now to oh, what was it? Ontario, dude. Ontario. So obviously the update wasn't going super well. The announcement that Anisa Jomha would be returning to pornography was not the number one thing that was bringing her joy on this fine August day. Yeah. The reality is, being an apathetic, racist, angry loser online, chat, we're hitting all of them right now. You're an incel, you're racist, you're homophobic, you hate gay people. It's not that I'm a bitch. It's not that I can't do charity. It's not that I'm a fucking horrible businesswoman. It's not that I'm completely fucking annoying. It's all, you're racist, you're angry, you fucking hate gays, you don't like black people. That's the big issue here. Don't forget that. The reality is, being an apathetic, racist, angry loser online is only good for a quick internet point and nothing else. I mean, it's been going pretty well over here. So you got to stay online, your echo chamber, so you don't face the reality that no one likes you aside from other faceless chuds.
Slimy Weasley fuck.
Rip Jim.
Again, though, Anisa keeps saying that she doesn't care about any of these people's opinions. She consistently goes on Twitter and validates all of these people's opinions, my dude. Oh, I don't even care what these people have to say. Immediately gets on there, goes, you know, I think it's really funny. I don't care what they have to say. I go to therapy now. I don't have to care what they have to say. But if I did, I'd be calling all these motherfuckers out for all of the straw men that we have created. There we go, dude. That's why you're obsessed with us. You don't want that to be the case, but it actually is. Eventually, you'll all eat each other for attempting to pursue happiness later on, and most of you will cower back into your nasty internet holes. You're mad we crawled out, and you can't. I have no interest, okay? I have no interest in leading a life as a pathetic online loser, okay? That's what, like, actual in real life interactions are for. You know, if you don't want to sit here making a bunch of edgy jokes, which I don't think the entire stream amounts to, right? But, like, why are these people are basically treating their internet people, like their internet viewers, like they're their actual friends. They're stand-ins for legitimate friends and actual interactions. Like, why do you owe anything to these people or any of this? Like, why are you fighting back against these people?
On Twitter.
She's saying this while living in a basement.
Well, what it feels like to me is that she has like a reverse parasocial thing going on right now. Like she's like crying that she's a slave to her audience.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Orio.
Using the word chud in 2025 is wild. Well, it's just one of those that have lost all meaning as well. It doesn't make any sense to me why she keeps doing this, but there's more. There's like a ton of these too. So someone said iDubbbz' wife went back to being an OnlyFans whore. You can't make this up. And she goes, 90% of the fun is continuing to be online and 90% of the fun continuing to be online is getting these losers to foam out the mouth anytime I do anything. They never figure it out either. She's like the soy jack that's crying with the fucking mask in front of her face. It's extremely bizarre. All these people do is get on stream going, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And then like you check their Twitter and it's like, I think you do. I think you care a lot. And all this does is kind of just make things worse for them in the long run. I don't know, dude. It might not be the easiest thing in the world when people are just like fucking going to town or whatever, but this is the opposite way to handle something like this. If iDubbbz just made fucking YouTube videos and these two didn't get on a live stream, I think their lives would be infinitely better. Again, why does someone like Anisa Jomha have Twitter? Like, why does she not have a social media manager managing all of these things? She literally can't control herself, but she also can't... maybe she doesn't have enough money to buy a social media manager, but she should have had one years ago when she did. It doesn't really make sense as to why these people continue to, like, bash their fucking head against the wall, making... I guess guessing if, like, the next day is going to be different than the last. So then someone said he's promoting you, with the implication that being Ethan Klein. That's fucking awesome. I just had to make the incels mad enough to put this on his Reddit. I think you're a self-centered bum loser. Am I an incel too? So this is the question that we're actually all thinking right now. It's like, well, Anisa is using the straw man defense. Everyone who hates me is an incel, right? So I guess being pushed directly. This is a woman saying this. You're just too parasocial to realize that you're surrounded by alt-right incels. It's just like, there are people who don't like her who are alt-right. There are people who don't like her who are incels. But if you agree with those people, you're, like, just as bad as they are. It's like, Anissa's like, I don't know, it's like, I like drinking water. You know who else likes drinking water? Hitler and Jeffrey Epstein. Look who's around you right now before you take that next sip. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Anisa. It's definitely not just you being really mad.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Nasty hole, you say? Glad to hear her promoting her OF content.
Oh my god. Orpheus just wrote in chat, imagine if they just streamed their couples arguments like Amaranth and her fucking boyfriend Nick, or husband. Oh my god. Actually, I was wrong. You guys need to keep streaming. You gotta make them dual streams. I want to see both of you on camera every single night, okay? Remember all that stuff about IRL streams? Throw it in the trash. I want to see your relationship problems unfold live on the air. That would be the best thing possible. Yeah. So now, there's a lot of clips of iDubbbz playing some fucking World of Warcraft.
iDubbbz has insanely base takes for an hour off the cuff while grinding in hardcore gaming should be all the clips. Yeah. We'll see. I'm going to try to turn things around online a little bit.
Oh, why is dude? Oh, he's speaking out. Maybe he thinks his chat's so small. He's talking to like his private thing. But again, this thing has 624 viewers on this singular tweet off of an account like Beazle, right? I mean, this is like it's like fucking 4 times as many people that watch this live.
I'm going to try to turn things around online a little bit because, to be honest, like, my policy with all the fucking losers who've been talking shit about Anisa and I for years has just been like, ignore it.
Wait a minute. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Wait, if he's not fighting against Ethan Klein and he is gonna fight back. Oh no!
It'll go away or you'll care less about it with time, but it's just like, it just keeps fucking popping up and I'm like,
don't stream! Just don't stream!
it's not gonna go away. I don't anticipate anything going away, but like, at least I can have some fun and give additional context for things.
Dude, every day we stray closer to the fucking meme of content cop Nicholas DeOrio.
I think that's all I can really hope for.
The first time I heard that as an like actual possibility, which it's still probably not, I laughed. I was like, that would never happen. But now that iDubbbz is a 123 viewer streamer, it's actually extremely possible. It would probably be like full community attack though, instead of just being a me video. Well, because legitimately, I was like, oh, that would be like an ego trip. How funny would that be? But now it's just like he is just falling. He is falling so fast downward that it could literally happen.
Yeggbound now. Hope you're doing well settling into the bustling city. It's great. We're learning a lot. And,
Dude, this is about him going to Canada.
down now.
Could you imagine if he got moved to a location where everybody just speaks French? Like he got moved right into like Montreal or something? And he just, like, his neighbors don't even speak the same language.
Yeggbound now. Hope you're doing well settling into the bustling city. It's great. We're learning a lot. And, I don't know. I like it. It's not the U.S., so that's a win. I'm...
It's not the U.S., so that's a win. Has this guy been, like... I don't know. Oh, maybe it's a win because they're not going to throw him out in a big van. Maybe he doesn't have to... The only ice he has to worry about is on the stoop when he walks outside in the morning. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Has iDubbbz, like, the random white dude from California or wherever the fuck he was born? People keep getting mad when I call him a Seattle guy because he lives in Seattle or lived in Seattle. But, like, was he crushed by the system? Mr. I Hate America, was iDubbbz really a fucking victim of the system?
That's a win. I'm...
Hold on, black people. Stop for a minute. You haven't heard the story about an incel who became a fucking... probably a millionaire making YouTube videos. You haven't even heard the hardships that iDubbbz faced.
terribly sorry to everyone in the U.S. who doesn't have another option. I thankfully had another option, and I took it.
Dude, we're gonna be going to Tijuana, Mexico! Dude, you want to know a true story? You want to find out how many fucking YouTube people are racist? You want to know how many fucking people, dude? This is the funniest shit ever. When VidCon got canceled, the tweet are associated with VidCon, right? Like the account, the YouTube, the VidCon Twitter, rather, right?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
They
video.
canceled VidCon in like 2021, but they were still doing VidCon Mexico in like November, December. So I started quote tweeting and DMing this shit to everybody saying, guys, VidCon's happening, all right? They just moved it a little bit further down south. And everyone was like, yeah, let's go! VidCon Mexico, dude. Oh, no, they didn't say VidCon. They were like, oh, yeah, let's go, dude. VidCon. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's going to be in Mexico. And then everyone was just like, no. Nope. Not fucking happening. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Not a chance. As soon as they found out that that it was in Mexico, every single person I talked to about it was unanimously like, I'm not going. No chance. See you next year, guys. Abso-fucking-lutely not. The reality is, if you don't have a choice between America and somewhere else, it's because a lot of the choices suck. I don't know. I think the thing is, Americans have to constantly deal with the privilege of being in like American, and then also simultaneously the hardship associated with being an American. You never really know which one you're going to pull from that day. Are you privileged because you get to live in America, or are you also like are you facing immense hardship from being in America? I guess it kind of depends on your skin color, but regardless.
Yegg-bound now. Hope you're doing well, settling into the bustling city.
watching
It's great.
Nicholas
We're learning a
DeOrio's
lot.
latest video.
So we saw that one. Thank you. Moving forward from here. It would be funny though if iDubbbz was so brainwashed it actually affected him enough to make him leave the country. iDubbbz is literally a reverse alt-right pipeline. His politics are literally whatever somebody tells him. It's so funny. The idea of the alt-right pipeline, and I imagine that many lefties would probably agree with this, especially like in the bread tube space. I don't mean lefties, I mean bread tubers. But I imagine a lot of bread tubers would agree with this. The alt-right pipeline was only bad because it made people right-wing. If you could have a constant string of YouTube videos that make people just believe your current worldview, that's like the ideal. That's the ideal platform. If you could create a pipeline into just funneling people in and making them all agree with you politically, that's like a good thing. It was never that like YouTube keeps pushing X content. It was that YouTube specifically was pushing that content. Yeah.
AI cover.
Like, I think that a lot of the leftist people who are pushing people more towards like hating America as a politics stance, or like more so like socialism and stuff like that, I do think that would be like the ideal thing for him. I mean, Hasan has more or less said that he like presents more as like a liberal or like a social democrat, and then he like fucks you with the full socialist talking points. So I mean, they kind of already say that part out loud, where it's like an entry point where you're like, oh, I think this guy is an agreeable person. And then over time you realize that, oh, wait, this person is like way further left than I thought.
AI cover of Idols. Some of the lyrics are not resonating with me at all.
Wait, which ones?
AI cover of Idols.
AI cover of Idols. Well, I don't know any iDubbbz ones. But I do know somebody who made a much higher effort one. Where is this, dude? Yeah.
I love my girlfriend. I'm totally fine with dudes jacking off to pictures of her on the internet. If you are upset by me admitting this, listen the fuck up. I love my girl so fucking bad. I let her squeeze her tits for 50 cents. I don't get mad.
That's not AI, just to be clear. That's actually MC Jarbo. MC Jarbo posted that, dude. That was some fucking... Dude, when this first dropped, it was so fucking funny. It was so unbelievably funny when they dropped this shit for the first time. I was dying. I used to love these because they were all these high-effort memes, right? That people were making. Is this the... Oh, yeah, let me pull this back up. Can I open it? Yeah, let me get this back on the screen. There were such good high-effort memes that were being made before AI.
I just have some mommy issues. She has problems with her dad. So I grabbed a box of tissue. Say, hello there, Mr. And oh man, I'm totally familiar with masturbation from dudes who are fascinated by cam whores living with a cancer patient. This shit's pretty basic. You just gotta fucking embrace it and be the man of the house. For example, listen to this shit I'm facing. No more kissing without first asking for permission. Ian, get yo bitch ass in that kitchen. Ian, listen, Ian. She's always on OnlyFans, so I bought a gold subscription so I can see how much of her pussy, tits, and ass I'm missing.
Okay, all right. Yeah, MC Jarbo on YouTube, by the way, chat. MC Jarbo on YouTube. It's called iCuck's OnlyFans Damage. Very funny song that he made back in the day. I think there was a sequel to it.
Some of the lyrics are not resonating with me at all.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Oh, I love Idols.
Uh-oh, which idol does he like?
Oh, this is a Sam Hyde thing.
Oh my god, and the voice crack on Hyde, bro. Do you have COVID too?
I love Idols. Oh, this is a Sam Hyde thing.
Oh, it's a Sam Hyde thing.
I think it has to lose. But I'll let you guys choose.
Dude, and it's funny because he's like faking the confidence now a bit, and he just does the worst shit ever when he's faking it. It's so embarrassing. Sam Hyde immediately whimpers. So fucking true. But he's got the Hasan Piker pause champ thing down.
Well,
I don't get it. Twitch streamers hate when you pause the video, but these guys pause their brains and have like minutes of dead air.
done, guys. Well done. What the hell even is 2? I'll give you a little.
Dude, oh my god, someone just called it wide COVID, bro. That was actually fucking brutal. I'm actually done. You've heard of long COVID, but when Nick gets it, it's wide COVID. Good one.
Bit of it. It's essentially just like a joke song. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you know what the funny thing you could have did was, like, I don't know, you could have just chose that one and it would have looked like, dude, look, he's actually over it, you know? But maybe you're like, well, you know, I would pick that song, but I legitimately think the other one is better. But he immediately just turns around and goes, Sam Hyde bad, this song sucks, game over, move on. I don't know, dude. Well, why are you doing like, what is he doing on stream? I saw him play like fucking Wordle the other day. This guy's got like newer, he's actually trying. He's trying to like, I guess, do something new. Is that like wide Putin? If wide Putin got wide COVID, dude. Oh boy. All right. Now Anisa's tweeting out being verified is about it's about to become universally accepted as the badge of uncool. That's actually an older tweet. That's from 2022. So anyway, she's verified now. Why do all these people do this? I'm leaving Twitter. Doesn't leave Twitter. I'm never getting verified. Gets verified.
Mr. Oreo.
Buys Twitter Blue. Fucking drinks the Twitter pill. All these people are saying, I'm going to Blue Sky, and then they wonder why nobody's on there. But yeah, because it's fucking Blue Sky. Remember Threads for like a day? All these people want to quit Twitter so fucking bad, and they can't, and it's so fucking funny, dude. Immediately jumps over to this. That's so good. Okay, so now this is gameplay about World of Warcraft. It actually leads to like a pirate software meme.
For me, the number one thing that is important for me to like understand and get past before I, you know, before the idea of having a kid.
Is he actually considering having one of those? You shouldn't, by the way. That's just coming from me. You shouldn't do that. From one childless to another childless, you shouldn't do that.
Is important for me to like understand and get past before I, you know, before the idea of having a kid.
I like how he had to stop himself before having a kid, being like, wait, actually, before the idea comes to my head. If you learned empathy at 20, you can learn how to be a dad by 50. Or 30, sorry. Oof, 60, I meant. 30 and 60, not 20 and 50.
Like, I feel like I'm pretty far along there.
This guy's gonna get beaten up by his 6-year-old son. That's his future.
Oh, shit.
Dude, obviously we are not breaking the N policy immediately after breaking it last episode, immediately after enacting it in the previous one. How funny would it be if iDubbbz' kid becomes a huge Sam Hyde super fan, dude? That would legitimately be the funniest shit on planet Earth if that happened.
Dude, iDubbbz is depressing. Can you put on some true crime documentary?
Yeah, dude, I need to see a video about someone murdering their fucking... like a gruesome 5-man murder or something. That'll make me have a bit more happiness in my heart than when I watch iDubbbz.
He aggroed more. I need to focus right now, so...
Dude, he's focusing up right now.
I am definitely
getting the shit beaten out of him by Harambe.
Leaving this cave. My boar leveled up, but it died. Oh shit. Oh, no! What the fuck?
I didn't know that would be so satisfying. I'm all the way back. We don't have to watch True Crime. I got to watch this guy die in World of Warcraft hardcore. I'm never gonna forget when I was watching Tommy C stream or something. What he was playing, wasn't he playing World of Warcraft shirtless and watching Joe Rogan at a disco? Am I mixing two memories up right now? He was just sitting on his thing with his camera on at like in the middle of the night, shirtless, watching Joe Rogan. And he might have been playing World of Warcraft hardcore at the same time, or classic, or that was a different time that happened. It was one of these things that definitely happened.
Okay, I can't.
That was the first time Ian raised his voice in years. The most animated he's ever been, dude. He was more upset about getting killed in World of Warcraft than he was about his charity event imploding.
Oh, no!
Do you think that he responded like that when he found out that they had to cancel the event?
What the fuck? Okay, I can't...
Same reaction with the Sam Hyde. No, dude, he's probably like... I don't know, do you think that... Because we never saw iDubbbz, or there's never really been anything about him and drugs. Do you think he like sedates himself with weed? Is that why he's like I don't know. Is there any like major weed heads here who could diagnose this guy? Because I don't know, I'm not like a huge weed dude. Is it possible he's like sedating himself with weed?
I've never died this early.
There's nothing to really indicate that other than the fact that he's just like that, or his T level is so fucked right now. I don't know what's happening. Now apparently he started in the middle of this just fighting with chat again. Thanks to Beazle for clipping it. They're saying not weed. Maybe it's like 80. I don't know. I'm not going to try to diagnose him, but my legal professional opinion is that he's zoinked out on something, Scoob.
Did you really take your wife's last name?
Why are you... Bro, this guy can't stream! He can't stream, dude! Why? Why is he... Dude. Oh my god. Why would you answer this question?
Did you really take your wife's last name? Absolutely. And I hope that one day you love someone enough that having a different last name isn't, I don't know, doesn't make you sad or something.
And it's not even like a good response. He's been hearing the same criticism for years. He could have thought of like a sick one-liner and he just didn't have it. But he chose to engage with this comment anyway. Just ban this fucking chatter. Ignore this fucking chatter. I don't know, like there's so many things that you could do other than make this clip for me. 4,000 views. You know how many streams it's going to take for him to get 4,000 concurrent? All of them, probably. Not that those views are concurrent. iDubbbz gives his pirate software take. I'm pretty sure he throws shots at Ethan as well. So for some reason now he's talking about drama on these shows.
I've heard about pirate software more than I've been able to change my socks in the past 2 months. I can't. Yeah. Exactly.
Is he actually a good dude retroactively?
And like, I mean, some people like I've been thankfully I'm in a fucking...
you can hear it. You heard it in his voice. He's immediately comparing himself to pirate software and parsing from there. It's every drama. Every drama is just like, how close is this guy to me on the iDubbbz fucking cuck scale? Is this guy salvageable? If I was in his position, what would I do? He's thinking, beep, boop, boop, beep.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
As a Mudahar-styled doctor,
Oh
I've
my
deduced
God.
Ian is hypogonadal.
Wait, you're right. You're a Mudaharian doctor. You know how we use Bo Blackstein to describe like fucking drugged out weed fucking freaks or people who can't make content when their lives depend on it and it's extremely easy to make? Dude, Mudaharian is just someone who like I'm not a doctor, so I'm a Mudaharian doctor. Dude, I'm not a therapist. I'm a Mudaharian thankfully Oh, that's in the lingo. We're gonna use that a lot now.
And like, I mean, some people like I've been... Thankfully, I'm in a pretty privileged position in which I've been able to, like, you know, have a career in this way for a while. And I've gone to some therapy and I, you know, have a loving partner.
Oh my god.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
You know when you get into a Discord moderator type debate where they have these fucking like little, basically they have the trees, the dialogue trees, like they're preparing for X, Y, and Z to happen and they will steer the conversation until they can hit the next part of their tree. iDubbbz does this when he's talking about like his trauma. He just steers the conversation. I love my wife. I don't care if people jack off to her on the internet. Okay, I went to therapy. It fixed me. I'm better now. Okay, if you don't agree, you're wrong.
So I feel very, I don't know, grounded in some ways. But a lot of the people who end up getting...
I think the Anisa drama is funnier this time than it was last time. And people are going to say, oh, how are you saying that, Nick? The iDubbbz sex worker response video was funny when it came out. But I still think people took that a bit too far. This time... it's funnier to me. And it's because they need the money. It's not like wealthy people are attaining more wealth because top 1% OnlyFans earners can bring in a shitload of money and then smaller content creators can't make it. It's funnier because she has to do this. That's why it's funny to me. That's the funny, that is where the joy comes to me when I find this out.
Getting shat on publicly and continuously, like, a lot of them, like, they don't, you know, they don't really have the fucking network. I don't know what Pirate Software's network is, but I mean, for anyone, it's fucking hard, man.
Like with porn stars, they get fucked online and they liberate themselves by then leaving these, you know, intrusive pornography companies to take control of their, it's like getting your own, your masters back if you're a musical artist, right? Pornographers leave Pornhub, Brazzers, all these different companies, and they take their own shit back, and then they can expose how much they want, how little of themselves that they want moving forward, and they have more control over their content, and they get all the money, and there's no fucking creepy dude making money off of their shit or whatever. And Anisa is very much in a similar position, only it's the exact opposite. Anisa's been getting fucking plowed online for years. And she has lost her main income source and therefore has to then transition back into there's some level of irony there because she came in kind of doing the jump into sex work thing because it's pretty easy and you can make a shitload of money that way, and sex positive communities and stuff are like usually very welcoming to new people. So and she is not in the same position she was back then.
Man, like mass disapproval and like you just maybe want to move past something and it's like you can't. You know, people just constantly remind you of
the reason why you can't move through it is because your response to this drama was to start a live streaming career where you fight with chatters about it. That's the issue, I think. If you just ignored them, it would eventually go away. If you stopped interacting with it.
Is Dark Viper AU a virgin? No, I am not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
I don't know, dude. I feel like if I was having a big YouTube controversy, the last thing that I would want to do is like fire up like an AMA, you know, and just have people come in and ask about it the entire time. I feel like that would probably be like the stupidest idea that you could possibly muster up.
The shit that you've said, you know, there's like no room.
Is OnlyFans also on the fucking big dick syndrome list, dude? It's on the BDS list. Well, if OnlyFans is on the BDS list, would that make it the BDSM list? I'm done. Okay, keep going.
For like healing, you know. He can't admit when he's wrong. People just don't like that. Yeah, but like his version of admitting that he's wrong, yeah, probably will not like pass the.
Wait, is he arguing that Pirate Software is getting too much hate and that people are just not gonna like he won't respond the way that people want exactly, so he's gonna get hit forever?
The online test.
What is this music? It's probably what the boxers had to hear when Anisa entered the gym. Could you imagine if he had to play music that Anisa liked on the off chance she'd be in shot?
But like his version of admitting that he's wrong, yeah, probably.
Like people keep calling Anisa this controlling bitch or whatever, and it's like, well, we don't know for a matter of fact, but everything we find out about Anisa says like she's a controlling bitch. If she made everybody listen to like fucking indie rock folk music at the gym because she needed her to train for a fight that she's not participating in, is it really that fucking hard to say that, yeah, maybe she's like an insane person? When we don't see her, the stuff that we do see is crazy.
Probably will not.
Wait, is that real? Yeah, when iDubbbz was training for her fight, his fight, the coach came out and said that Anisa demanded half the training also be her, even though she wasn't fighting. She had to go to these things.
No way!
Thank you. Ooh, KFC in Yemen moment. What?
There's a KFC in Yemen.
Appreciate it.
OF is one of the biggest contributors to the IPAC. Any money spent subscribing to Anisa directly funds a genocide. Children are starving to death, and Anisa using this platform is actively promoting that genocide. How ironic. Hashtag Anisa the genocidal.
It's fucking crazy, dude. Oh, no, it's not the genocide. It's the goonocide. I gotta be honest with you. I think the word goonocide was co-opted incorrectly. They call the guy who jerked off and killed himself outside the Starbucks the goonocide. I think that you've ruined the term Goonicide should be gooning genocide, right? Like you're just gooning, like genociding. But goonicide means goon suicide. And I think that's a problem. I think that we need to reclassify it because it should be, like OnlyFans' contribution to Gaza should be called the goonicide. But instead, people have chosen to career goonicide and associate it with suicide. And I don't like that, but that's just my personal 2 cents.
Will not, like, pass the online test.
Dude, pass the online test. Bro, is it not that hard to just say pirate software sucks? I mean, you can disagree with that, but it's so clear he's talking about himself again. It's like, I can only respond so many times, but the public just does not want to fucking, like, let me pass their purity test. Dude, if you don't like purity tests, you're in the wrong community. You're going to be facing them for the rest of your life.
Because, like, fucking, like, a lot of us can be arrogant, or not even arrogant necessarily, just a bit selfish. And, like, sometimes it makes it fucking worse when people are digging
No, you need to be more arrogant, or at least try to fake it. Oh my.
into you harder. It's almost like you want to fucking, like, you want to hold on, like, wait a minute. No, we got to skip.
Now, this is like lolcow stuff, though. That's all this is. This is like, I can't turn off the computer, so I have to go on and own the hater, okay? I think that, like, the best trait that a person, especially a streamer, needs to have is the ability to just walk away. Or if you're gonna crash out, do it, like, not on your stream, you know? Everyone crashes out
What's
sometimes.
the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr.
If you
Oreo.
can't do that, streaming is not
You
your
know
gig.
what Ian is? He's Chance the Rapper during his release of the Big Day album.
Oh, YouTube is a really good opportunity to make yourself either rich or poor and unemployable. It's a good
I
coin
recommend
flip.
watching Nicholas DeOrio.
Thank you for hitting the goal. I appreciate it. You've earned another goal. Okay, but this is like the big fucking YouTube lesson right now. YouTube can do one of 2 things to you. It can make you rich, or it could make you poor and unemployable. If you go the wrong way through. Like, I guess there are obviously deviations from there, but those are like the 2 main ones. And you're not really, you're going to be poor and unemployable more often than not, you know? Streaming is like that on hard mode. All right, the way he's playing World of Warcraft right now, it's like the same thing on hard mode. The odds that you're going to be able to do this for 10 years are next to 0. There are not many streamers who are streaming for 10 consecutive years, especially ones who engage in drama. Eventually, you're going to eat shit. And if you handle things like iDubbbz is handling it in his first week streaming, you're not going to last very long. It's very obvious looking at it from an outside perspective.
Fucking disturbed. Thank you very much.
But people who don't have strong foundations and friendships in their real life talk like this. This is what I noticed. It's like they don't have anyone to talk to offline. They don't have anyone to take their mind off of it. They're entirely fixated on what the public opinion of them is. And that's just that is a losing idea when it comes to being a streamer.
I don't know. I just think of myself at my most, like, selfish, arrogant state. And it's like, I couldn't accept it myself. Like, thinking that, you know, the internet has insight about me that I don't have myself. That's a hard pill to swallow for sure.
Dude, he's still mad that people were saying that his wife was cheating on him in 2020. It's been like 5 fucking years, dude. You're gonna have to get over it.
I'm not saying it's, like, unnatural for people to be critical of it. I just think that
The dark side of the commentary community is a pathway to very many abilities some may consider to be unnatural.
be critical of it. I just think that it's definitely hard for people to get out of that spiral. We're actually seeing that from many people online right now.
Is he saying he has 191 subs? I guess that's not bad for the amount of time he's been streaming. I was on, you know what actually the funniest shit ever today was? You want to see some real... I didn't think to even clip this, but as I'm sitting here watching this, I am realizing how fucking funny it actually was. I was looking at new posts about iDubbbz.
Insulting me viciously on Twitter.
And I saw this Reddit post right here. And this is so amazing. So I saw this Reddit post right here from literal H3 Snark today when I was researching on stuff to put in the docket. And it's, I've seen clips from what I assume are iDubbbz streams on here, and I was wondering if there's a place to watch his
You claim to
VODs.
care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Maybe I'm wrong here,
I
but
am pretty
isn't
sure
it
the
just his
internet has
thing?
seen more of Ian's wife than Ian has seen of his wife.
Maybe hold on, I could be being too harsh right now on iDubbbz. Not on iDubbbz, on H3 Snark, actually. Does he not publish the... Oh my... No, he does. The funniest shit ever is they make a thread asking where you could watch iDubbbz stream. And it's fucking literally just iDubbbz's Twitch. You can just go here and just watch him talk. Like, you could just watch this right here, you know? You could 2x it, you could 4x it maybe. I don't know what how many X's they've got, right? No, 2x is the most. You just gotta go to his... Dude, the people at H3 Snark are asking for help finding iDubbbz's Twitch to even watch him fucking stream. Is that not insane? Smartest H3... But again, that's how many people know about this stuff. That's how many people are aware of what's even happening right now. This clip is the one that most people want me to react to. It's just a bizarre reaction to AB. I almost thought he was joking here, and I would be interested to find out if AB was really banned from this. But, I mean, this is just a horrible response, I guess, to somebody that he legitimately fucked over. I don't know why he would go and do this one. That is an optics nightmare.
Also, if AB's in the chat, ban him. If AB Starkill...
Like, it sounds like he's joking. To be honest, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. This sounds like a joke. It's so... Like, it is so bad.
If AB's in the chat, ban him. If AB Starkill is in the chat, ban him.
Is this not, like, bizarre?
Ban him and block him.
That's insane. I'm not even banned from this, right? Am I even banned from this stream? I'm not even banned from this stream. And it's in followers only mode. Alright, well, I'm not going to interact with it while I'm live, because that would be putting me in a bad... I'd be in a pickle if I did that. I'm not even banned from the stream right now. And I've literally chatted in it before. That's so funny. Oh god. Smaggle said I will be following the orders of Ian to see if AB Smaggle will ban AB on site in this chat as well. I don't want him to do that, but unfortunately he's decided. My moderator thinks for himself. Now, iDubbbz's old boxing coach has reached out to try to help Nathan train. Could you imagine? This is not happening. It's just too funny. That's why iDubbbz won't let it happen. So the concept that we're working with here is that Dad wants to fight iDubbbz on a Keemstar card, and he wants to be, he could be trained right now by the guy who trained iDubbbz and exposed him on Ethan's stream. It would almost make too much money. This makes too much sense. That's why I know iDubbbz won't do it. It's way too funny for iDubbbz to do.
What's the name of the guy?
Thank you.
The Keemstar Orbiter. Nick Oreo.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Oreo.
It disgusts me that I am playing the same game as this creature. But I'm playing Classic, so he can suck it.
I've never played World of Warcraft, and I actually think it would be the end of my channel if I tried. I think that our content would grind to a halt if I learned about it. Oh, also, #1 channel glaze, Billy fucking Mitchell tweeted out saying, it seems like not getting that 34% really hurt. Which, by the way, is really funny with, like, all the stuff that Carl was saying. But Billy is chiming in, saying that, like, they need money really badly and doing the whole, like, yeah, Ethan centered a porn thing, which is very funny. And Billy also said, it annoys me that iDubbbz is the only reason why Carl Jobs will not be lol cow of the year. So that's a big fucking W right there. Big fucking W. We actually, I have the thread from r/h3h3 on the ban. So this is the clip we just saw a minute ago. W Billy. W Billy.
Chat, ban him.
So we saw this one.
If AB Starkill is in the chat, ban him.
Adorable that he thinks anyone is in chat. Bro, real talk. Wings of Redemption was quadrupling his viewers. Well, he got the Keemstar boost or whatever. It's impressive that anyone avoids getting banned. There's a whole bunch of topics that are auto-banned, and if you don't say anything for too long, then he also bans you. Am I the only one who went on there on my main fucking account with my fucking check mark and he let me stay? I'm like the only one. Wait, you get banned for not talking? Wait, but what do you mean recording the stream for archives? It's still up. I can go look at it right now. Maybe I got in too early. I think I was there like the first stream. Tell Billy to stop winning. Some of us need to collect some W's. He's hoarding all the W's. I'm sorry, dude. Thank you, iDubbbz, for continuously showing why nobody would ever consider you their friend. I mean, in all fairness, why would he be in chat, and why would he want to be in chat? Yeah, sorry, AB. Well, I'll actually defend from Bagrunis, okay? When I watch any of the H3 clips or whatever, it seems like he does his best to try to, like, treat Ian as positively as possible when he's covering it, right? Like, when Ethan said that AB was just being nice to Ian, he stopped himself, and I think AB went to correct Ethan, and Ethan's like, no, you actually cared about them, right? Like, I legitimately think that AB is not a disgruntled former friend of iDubbbz. I think he was probably just hurt about how him and his wife were treated with the content nuke, you know? He was put, like, in an impossible position while he was, like, promoting for this event. I think that probably upset him. But, again, that's just my perspective on his feelings, so I can never really know. But I don't necessarily think that, like, AB has been the worst person ever to iDubbbz. Did AB even say anything? No, which is why iDubbbz feels comfortable treating him that way. It happened to me all the time when I try to remain neutral. One side always ends up using me as an easy dunk. His silence means something. Was AB even there at all? Hate watching, making content for the podcast. Good one. AB has been more than fair. Oh, 100%. He was also one of the people who was targeted the most in this entire controversy, and probably has the most to be mad at Ian for. Why the fuck is he so aggressive? AB had much more grace with him. I'm sick of Ian silencing pro-Palestinian voices. He made himself to the ultimate loser and embarrassed himself. He's trying to silence anybody who has a crumb of criticism. Again, like, you could just not answer it or just ban people, but you can't do both, right? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't do all three. You can't comment on it, ban people, and fucking... I don't know. You can't stream it. That's really the big issue here. The streaming is the biggest one. Now, the Ethan subreddit is talking about the OnlyFans. A succubus doesn't love, it drains life force through sex. Maybe it can trick you that it loves you in the but it's like you can... does iDubbbz know what the word succubus means? I feel like that's just like a total L, even if he's trying to own it. Yeah. He is so doomed in more ways than we think, I guess. Oh god, this gave me secondhand cringe. He realizes he could just be silent like how he initially was with Ethan, right? Like, he doesn't need to announce this. Apparently now he's taking all this stuff head on. iDubbbz went from doing a charity event and not wanting to say anything to saying everything about everything that bothers him. Then quitting that charity event so he could say more shit, and then quitting saying shit to go do a stream and make more wholesome content. And now he's just talking about it again. The guy's like more he's less consistent about drama than Mudahar is at this stage of the game. But that's iDubbbz. That's the main big takeaways from the current iDubbbz stuff. Just about an hour of looking through iDubbbz stream highlights. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present you. And this episode is brought to you by Team Water! Not really, we're not sponsored, but yeah, Team Water. If you want to go give another $1 million. Chat, if you have $1 million laying around, this thing needs a bit more money. I think they only got like 50 million so far. Team fucking Water, boys. Team fucking Water, boys. It's not Gatorade, it's fucking water, dude. Okay, let's get this thing started. Get hydrated. Hell fucking yes, dude! Alright. Now, I saw this and I could not stop laughing. Philip DeFranco did a 5-minute update and he literally called it the Ethan Hasan Destiny situation. Dude, I think Chud Logic coined the term. I do think it was stolen from Chud and we kind of co-opted it and made it like into the channel mascot, essentially. But holy fuck, dude. Where is this?
This is Hasan, Piker, Ethan, and Ela Klein Destiny situation. It was one of the most requested stories over on the text line, and it's crazy.
So this is a bit of a recap for yesterday's or 2 days ago stream, because obviously we're not going to replay the whole thing and go through it all again. What we're talking about here is Philip DeFranco checking out the active target discourse from the other day. So it's a good recap before we start talking more about it.
And he's saying it's gone past the line of drama, and this is something else. Well, this mix of podcasters and political commentators, there is more history here than what's happening now. This latest controversy appears to start when you had Hasan Piker making a remark that many believe targeted Hila Klein.
Any kind of violence that Israeli settlers or the Israeli military experiences in the West Bank is literally legal, okay? It is legal resistance. The West Bank is literally legal, okay?
That's my clip. That's my clip. It's 100% my clip. You know why it's my clip? Because you can hear a plate being put down because I didn't mute my mic. It's 100% my clip. You can only hear that in mine. Go check it. Go check it on anybody else. They made this whole fucking episode off my Twitter. That's so fucking funny. You can only hear it in the cut that I posted. Is the plate in the background because I forgot to mute my mic, and I would be the only one that would pick that up.
The Israeli military experiences in the West Bank is literally legal, okay?
There's the plate. Clink. That clink plate, that's fucking me. That's me in the video. I'm in the video. That's so funny.
Okay? Israeli military experiences in the West Bank is literally legal, okay? You claim to care about rape.
Okay, that one wasn't. That's not in the clip. Could you imagine? Wait,
Ultimate Rape Review.
What we have been waiting for. EHD.
Tina! Hello, Tina! How are you doing in chat? Holy fuck, I'm actually just losing my mind. Wait, could you imagine if I'm like, oh, I think that's my clip, and then all of a sudden in the middle of Phil DeFranco's video, the fucking donation sound of Hasan slamming his desk started playing? That was not part of the clip, should be clear.
Experiences in the West Bank is literally legal, okay? It is legal.
So that literally means that fucking somebody on Phil DeFranco's team, or Phil DeFranco specifically, right? Watch me explain what the clip was before they went and actually made their segment. That's so funny. I mean, it's not the first time that I've been on Phil DeFranco, but...
Legal resistance against an occupying military force.
You can hear the fucking plate there. That's so... I can't unhear it the whole time. It's a plate in the background.
I cannot repeat this enough. Israel is actually engaging in an apartheid, which is a crime in and of itself. Israel's doing a genocide in Gaza and an apartheid in the West Bank. 2 crimes in and of itself, and every type of armed resistance against both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters
Nick
like
just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Wife that participate in these raids.
All right, can we just do something really quick? First, there was Stop Killing Games. All right, can we now do Stop Killing Ethan's Wife? Can that be the next movement? Can we do the Stop Killing Hila Klein movement? Maybe can we stop like referring to her like that too? I don't know. I just all the responses sound we're doing the Stop Killing Hila Klein movement.
The violence that the Palestinians engage in an act of resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal.
Right, so it appears that he's talking in general about current ongoing violence there, but the call out to your favorite podcaster's wife has gotten a lot of attention because Hila previously served in the IDF. And this also has a little extra background here. Hasan and Ethan and Hila have been very publicly at odds over their clashing views with Israel and Gaza, as well as just, a number of other things. But in the here and now, you had Hila seeing Hasan's latest remark and accusing him of calling for violence against her specifically, with Ethan then later echoing that, posting.
So we saw that. Obviously, Hila Klein said, Hasan Piker, who was exposed by my husband to be a disgusting creep, has retaliated by calling for violence against me. Think back and you'll notice a trend. When he wants to get at Ethan, he will attack me. It's another glimpse into the psyche of a man that does not see women as his equal. He uses women to whatever end he needs, be it revenge, sexual gratification, or to massage his ego by exposing their nude bodies without their consent to his boys. And then I think... Dude, the response to being called misogynist by Hila Klein was to say that she was Yas queening genocide, which is just insane to me.
Latest remark and accusing him of calling for violence against her specifically, with Ethan then later echoing that, posting a video yesterday saying,
why even include a specific person who hasn't served in the military in 20 years? Why does he mix up past and present?
Oh yeah, it was not Yas queening, it was girl bossing a genocide, my bad.
Who hasn't served in the military in 20 years? Why does he mix up past and present tense while he's discussing this?
And you know what I said previously, right, was that, okay, Hasan Piker is just so hyper obsessed with Ethan Klein that he can't even talk about actual trending topics and arguments that he's making, right, that are like legitimately related to the conflict without inserting them into it. He's so much better than these people, but constantly needs to reference back to them, right? And then Hasan Piker said this.
It was one of the most requested
W move by doing all this press public appearance because Ethan's a fucking idiot who lies about you being this public means all he says is lies. Otherwise, they'd never talk to you. I mean, I don't do the W press because of Ethan. I don't think about Ethan Klein at all.
It's not even true. It's not even possible. Dude, it makes it look so much worse retroactively too.
There's a KFC in Yemen.
Thank you.
About 6 months ago, I made a somewhat unhinged declaration of support for Hila Klein. I now double and triple down. She is a winner.
Hell yeah.
Ethan is a winner. AB and Lena are winners, and Hasan is a loser.
True.
You know, is this a responsible use of his words and his platform? Don't you think that even if what you're saying is true and you meant only people on that raid would deserve violence, that invoking a specific person is really appropriate and true? And doesn't that have the risk for provoking the craziest people in your audience to think that maybe it would be a good idea to
And I think, like, if anything was said about him in a similar fashion, I think Hasan Piker would be out for blood. You know what I mean? Like, if Ethan did this to somebody, it would be everywhere. It would be viral. And I know what a lot of you are thinking is that, well, Destiny literally did this to Hasan Piker, and I'll argue what Destiny said is actually worse. So I don't know if I can blame him for taking the easy W when a fucking retard who is so unhinged and like spite driven hands you a W to use it and throw at other people. What is he supposed to do? Not pick that up and dunk it? Oh, I'm sorry. Scottie Pippen just threw Michael Jordan a fucking perfect alley-oop. What is he going to do? Not fucking dunk that? Like, I'm sorry. Get mad at Destiny.
kill my wife?
With that, then
Holy shit, that pause was insane. That is the worst pause in the history of the channel. That was the worst pause I've ever had in my channel's history. Holy fuck, dude. Wow. All right, let's get the context on that one.
Maybe it would be a good idea to kill my wife.
With that, then getting a lot of attention online.
Okay, I know what he meant.
And even had the likes of Destiny discussing Hasan's comment in a chat, writing, I honestly think
I feel like Hasan is worse than Destiny. Hasan's one, in context, is different than Destiny just straight up saying that this means that Hasan Piker is like a fucking like a valid target in current day in his home in California, right? Like that is objectively worse. There's no undertone, there's no dog whistle. He's just straight up saying that. Yeah, this is obviously the clip right here. Honestly, I think that you could perfectly justify attacking and blanking Hasan in real life for statements like this. There's no nuance to this discussion. Like, that is objectively a worse thing to say.
Of attention online, and even had the likes of Destiny discussing Hasan's comment in a chat, writing, I honestly think you could perfectly justify attacking / killing Hasan IRL for statements like this, with many then saying that escalated.
Like, if you have a clear and easy, this is what I've been describing to people for a while, and I keep arguing, like, when you overcommit, blah, 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 blah. The same kind of stuff works here as well. If you're being handed an easy optical W, all you have to say is like a reasonable take and the other party looks bad. It's like the gun incident, dude. Hasan Piker flailing the gun around on stream, obviously harassing people on his fucking show, probably via Twitch's TOS, right? Why do we gotta say that he's a doxer? Everything in this clip is like really bad. You don't have to go as far as doxing. When you pull up a public social media account to accuse him of doxing, what you're doing is giving him an out. You're giving him an opportunity to like make you look like a fucking idiot. Or if he doesn't do that, right, because everyone hates him in this community and you can't look like an idiot to Hasan Piker, what it will do is it will reinforce to his audience that you are not to be taken seriously. So like the brainwashed people who fill his chat with like 40,000 faces who are locked in right now, they're not getting an opportunity.
Slimy Weasley fuck.
EHD is catharsis for this desert war infiltrating every aspect of my life. Can't be in a game communities without it being full of people wanna ban people for being from the big eye. My workplace had us get new ids over pro-P protests, bro FFS.
Like when Hasan Piker gets on screen and goes, bro, they're calling me a doxer because I pulled up someone's public YouTube channel, that just reinforces to a brainwashed viewer that you are not to be trusted, that your takes are worthless, that people who associate with you lie about Hasan Piker. Now, that being used doesn't deflect from the actual criticism. Unless Hasan actively does it, then yeah, I guess it kind of will. But I guess for the majority, that's not how they view it. You're not winning any fucking favors over in Hasan's community. When you come out here and you make a tweet saying, like, or a chat message that's going to go up viral, you might as well have just tweeted it to begin with, right? When you make a fucking chat message saying that Hasan could be justified to be killed in real life right now, all that Hasan's chat is going to see is, like, crazy psychopath making death threats or calling for my streamer's death. It's such an optics loss for no reason, when otherwise you are handed like an alley-oop. It's right there. All you got to do is just bring it to the hoop. There's no way you could fuck this up unless you're like a spite-driven maniac.
Perfectly justify attacking/killing Hasan IRL for statements like this, with many then saying that escalated the situation to a whole new level, and you had a number of people calling out Destiny for seemingly condoning violence. With Hasan then also posting, this sociopathic cult leader is actively telling his audience that it's moral to kill me.
Goat, thank you for the $5, my man.
Real life because I said Palestinians have a legal right to resist against an illegal occupying force conducting a raid. When anyone joins an occupying force and participates in a raid in a legally occupied territory, the occupied people have a legal right to defend themselves through armed struggle. With them then also addressing the Destiny situation in a stream on Sunday.
That's definitely actionable, I'm pretty sure. It's also weird that this guy gets to have a YouTube account. Like, that is a real death threat. What I'm saying is not a death threat at all. What I'm saying is just what the law is right now.
Again, I think the criticism is much more harshly viewed if Destiny doesn't intervene and like make an active threat, like, I don't know, make an active, I guess kind of paint Hasan to look like an active target in current day. Like, you're giving him so much room for no reason.
That he wasn't even trying to give an opinion. He was just discussing international law.
It's like you're literally fumbling the ball, you know? Like, you have receivers wide open waiting to catch this ball, and you've just fumbled it.
On acts of resistance. With Hasan then also claiming that many people were taking his initial remark out of context and that he by no means was trying to condone or encourage violence against Ela Klein.
There is no point where I have said violence against someone who is not actively in combat is permissible. I don't believe that. That is illegal. This is not, and also immoral. It's a big part of the reason why I also advocate against what Israel is doing. I have also
Destiny did make a point with this bait, though. If it's okay, hold on. All right, I was gonna go in on you for calling it bait because everything Destiny always says is veiled bait every single time. It's always bait, and if you criticize it, it's bait. I hate calling Destiny's tweets bait. All right, I think that Destiny says things to try to fill up the feed. Right? When you say that Destiny is a creep for X, Y, and Z things that were in Ryan Beard's video.
Keffel's tweet.
Hold on, let me let this play.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffel's appreciated the shout out.
Can't wait for the reveal that Destiny and Hasan are gay lovers and that Destiny is providing Hasan cover by acting like a psycho.
What I think Destiny does, and this is just my opinion, obviously, I'm not stating this as a fact, is I know that Destiny has tons of these things. If you watch Ryan Beard's video, you can find out a lot of fucked up shit about Destiny, a lot of stuff that he said, a lot of stuff that he's done. And if the things are quote unquote played up or jokes, Ryan Beard will explain which ones are and which ones aren't. I think that Destiny goes out of his way to make light of these specific topics, that when people search up Destiny and then any of these related topics, they find like screenshots of him obviously joking and stuff. And then when YouTubers cover those things and they include those additional screenshots, much like the context here on Hasan Piker's end, right? He uses that as a dismissal tactic. I think that his humor, quote unquote, or his bait
I recommend
is there to
Nicholas
protect himself
DeOrio's
from things he has
video.
said and has done.
Pray every day for the Hasan prison arc, honeybee.
It's the opposite of like poisoning the well, I guess. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it just straight up is poisoning the well. I don't know. He's dumping a bunch of shit in there to try to like seep up the poison. You know, it's like flour on oil. Thank you for hitting the goal, though. That's kind of that's my opinion on what he does. But I'm not going to check out Hasan's tweet yet because I assume I know what it's about, and it's going to fit in right about here.
Specified that IDF veterans are not valid military targets. If someone were to attack Ela Klein right now, of course they should go to jail. What kind of idiocy is this?
So there you even had some who said, hey, I don't think that you were calling for violence against Hila, but saying that it's at the very least very weird that you would bring up your former podcast.
Yeah, the tweet that you had on your thing on your docket said reckless, and I think reckless is a great way to describe it, yeah.
Partner's wife, right? In the context of what's happening in the here and now. Also, something you saw is that when people asked him, why are you addressing this? You know, asking him, why are you feeding into people dragging you into drama? He said,
So it has led to people issuing active death threats to their communities against me. So I think it's a little bit different than just like immature online gossip slop. At what point does it turn into like a real crime? I think this is the point where it has turned into a real crime. But will you...
Dude, turning on the 1 HP, like, I think that people are actually, like, committing real crimes against me, and it's so fucked up. Chat, they're taking me out of context. They're saying that I could be killed. I don't know why they're doing this. And it's like you're handing this guy, this manipulative piece of shit, this guy who hands you a new clip every morning on a silver platter, okay? You're handing this guy the fucking game right now.
Consider it to be something beyond online gossip slop when I either get deplatformed or when I get killed.
Bro, Destiny, it's 4th down. Punt the ball.
I recommend watching Nicholas
You don't have to go for it.
Video.
It's 4th down.
Hasan's voice is so grating, but I am bleaching my hair, so I can't change this lest my hair falls out anyways, honeybee.
Potentially.
with Hasan saying it's the goal of the people going after him to get him banned and fully deplatformed. And in terms of platforms and deplatforming, in the video that Ethan ended up posting on Monday, he took aim at what content Twitch platforms in general, arguing that the site allows too many calls for political violence, including from Hasan. And then with that, suggesting that since neither Twitch or Amazon are doing anything, the sponsors who advertise there should.
If you use
Yeah, I'm not sending my audience to participate in this. I don't agree with that.
Twitch, if you're watching, when you get an ad, write them and say, hey, I would like to know why you're spending directly your dollars to support violent extremism. Why are you supporting a platform that sanctions, protects, safeguards, encourages, promotes language like what Hasan just deployed?
We've been over this a billion times. Twitch does not hold their creators accountable under any circumstance. I still am of the belief that the direction that the platform is heading is into ruin. I think that if you have people who promote terrorist stuff on their fucking thing, and they refuse to check those people, active death threats are constantly made. Mike from PA got a 10-day ban. I think it's 10 days to make a fucking death threat or something from Mike from PA. Actually, no, the 10 days wasn't the death threat. That was just a comment about Jews or potentially black people. I don't know which one he actually got hit for. He claimed it was for the Big Buck Hunter broken comment, so it might not have even been about Jews. It might have been about black people. But, I mean, we got people who are making comments that directly break TOS with the Frogan one that she never got banned for with what is it called? Military people. Yeah, the comment she made about the military, which is directly off their TOS. I don't know which big company is going to care about that one. I guarantee a few might. And then you got like stuff where Mike from PA is like making death threats and stuff. That's a couple days. But if you call Frogan fat, big 2-week ban hammer. I think that if a platform allows Hasan Piker to praise terrorism and stuff like that, over at the expense of their own streamers, at the expense of like Valkyrae and Pokimane and the people who stream video games on the video game streaming site, that tells me that in 5-10 years, they're probably not going to have a lot of advertisers left. As soon as people kind of realize what's happening here, as soon as people kind of open their eyes and see what's going on here, I don't think I really need to push that along any faster. I think it'll get there anyway. I think the train has already left the station and it's already on its way there. So yeah, the rest of this is just about sponsorships and writing people and tell them to take stuff down or whatever. I'm not gonna send my audience to participate in that. It'll get there anyway. So this is the response to the Philly D video by Hasan Piker.
Favorite podcaster's wife has gotten a lot of attention because Hila previously served in the IDF, and this also has a
no. She didn't just previously serve in the IDF. She participated in an illegal raid in the West Bank.
I don't like the narrative that we're just going to call Hila Klein a fucking terrorist because she sat in a Humvee in a raid, and then she was like a secretary for the IDF for the remainder of her time during her mandatory military service. I pointed this out last stream, and I think even the stream before, because it had come up before that, where it's like, in the beginning, before they had really any context associated, Hila Klein was a terrorist IDF baby killer or something, exclusively because she didn't like opt to go to the military. Now when you look at like Noah Samson clips, he's making fun of people who do opt out and go to jail and skip the mandatory military service. So it's like you can't really win at all. But because she went on a fucking Humvee trip to the West Bank, she's a full-blown terrorist. I don't agree with that.
As a part of her service in the Israeli occupying force. And not only is what I'm saying not
2x. This is a clip from Twitter. I can't do anything here.
Not like a gray area or anything. It's just international law.
Yeah, he won't call his Houthi terrorist person a terrorist after he kind of said, well, he said they were a Houthi the first time, but he can't call them a fucking terrorist. But we have to call Hila Klein a terrorist. It's so funny.
Right? Ethan Klein himself has on numerous occasions agreed with that sentiment. He has actually presented it in his context nuke, talking about his bona fides for how much he is an advocate, a stalwart ally of the Palestinians, as he has said. Ethan Klein has said, West Bank...
Well, because he's like married to a secretary. Like the mother of his kids was a secretary in the IDF, went on a Humvee. He can't be a supporter of Palestine.
Settlers are valid military targets. Ethan Klein has admitted that his wife is a terrorist on stream.
And that was in the debate with him to move the conversation along. I disagreed with it when I watched it.
Were you saying if your favorite podcast wife was in Israel performing illegal war crimes that they would be illegal target? That's how I understood it. No, I'm saying in the process of anyone at all, it could be your mom, your dad, your fucking favorite podcaster, anyone that engages. Okay, because the conversation that I was having was more so about the way that people look at those who adorn the garb, like state violence versus non-state actors, right? Versus any kind of resistance against state violence. And what I was trying to do there was to say, it doesn't matter who it is that puts on the Israeli occupying force gear and participates in an illegal raid in the West Bank. They are, if they receive violence in retaliation from the occupied force, that is legal.
So this is back what we were saying in the last stream. So what he's talking about is people who are participating in raids, not saying that Hila is an active military target, but pulling her up in the conversation and invoking her in a current tense conversation is just absolutely ridiculous and reckless, in my opinion. And that's what we kind of expressed last time. So that's his response to that. Now, this is a clip that we saw briefly before, but I just want to check out it again. Oh, no, this is different. Hasan implies that he could sue Ethan. So now he's going to file let's see, he could file a lawsuit. Why doesn't he?
This standard was evenly applied. Don't you think that spending the last year calling me a fucking dangerous Hamas mouthpiece, a Hamas terrorist, actively demanding that people take action against me would put you directly in harm's way for legal repercussions?
Again, if he feels that way, he should sue him.
You spent the past 22 months of genocide.
All of these people should sue each other so we get more stuff like to look through, all their DMs and shit.
Actively making a villain out of anyone and everyone, firing off hundreds of Instagram stories, so much so that you couldn't even fucking imagine yourself. You couldn't believe the amount of Instagram stories you'd posted before this fucking debate. You thought it was a lie when I brought up the receipts. You couldn't believe it. And then you turned...
I missed that part of the debate. When did Hasan have so many receipts that it blew Ethan away and made him think that it was like a lie?
Turned around and fired off 10 plus stories every fucking day. To this day. It's ridiculous. What do you think? Spreading misinformation about me, constantly fucking clipping me out of context, regularly demanding that, like...
Chat, Your Honor, I was clipped out of context. Don't play the full clip. If you play the full clip, I won't talk to you, chat. But yeah, I was out of context.
People take action against me at a time when the government is taking action against me. What do you think you're doing? You know exactly what the fuck you're doing. Okay? The notion that, like, I was invoking your wife that you also openly recognize participated in an illegal raid in the West Bank as a part of the occupying forces.
And it's like, bro, you literally hang out with Bad Empanada on fucking Noah Samson's live stream after he did like a simulated Gila Klein murder video game session and posted it to YouTube and got like a week ban on here. You know, like, dude, I can't believe it. It's so insane that this guy continues to do this.
That did a war crime for any
like your attack dog has been like the leading fucking attacker.
Reason other than the fact that she did do that.
Yeah, he's a complete cryboy.
Is ridiculous. Okay?
There you go. And this is the clip we saw before. So this is the Hasan does not think about Ethan Klein at all clip.
It was one of the most requested
W move by doing all this press public appearance because Ethan's a fucking idiot who lies about you being this public means all he says is lies. Otherwise, they'd never talk to you. I mean, I don't do the W press because of Ethan. I don't think about Ethan Klein at all.
So
He's not
insane.
a person.
Actually, the most fucking insane shit. I can't, dude. He can't even get through one actual political stream without invoking like your favorite streamer.
And that
when he's talking about like murder.
Occupies.
Well, not murder. If he's talking about it being legal, there's no legal murder, but you know what I mean.
Any kind of time in my mind, if we're being real.
Dude, he occupies zero space of Hasan's mind. Well, maybe if Hasan is like a goldfish, whenever he hits the glass, he sees something new for like the first time in his life. So maybe that's true. I don't know.
It was one of the most requested.
Okay, so next up, Ethan put up a response to this. So apparently Hasan is terrified of the video that he's working on. We're going to check that video out, I think. He deployed his usual technique of targeting Hila to get to me. As Hasan said, deny, deflect, attack. Nothing will stop Hasan, and it's even worse than anybody knows.
Has gotten a lot.
I imagine that's today's video. I don't think he's talking about a main channel video. I've seen nothing indicating that.
Of attention because Hila previously served in the IDF. And this also has a...
Well, no. She didn't just previously serve in the IDF.
So this is the clip we just played, only shorter. So then Gila Klein came out and responded again today on the stream.
Also specified that IDF veterans are not valid.
So why did you bring it up?
Why did you bring me up?
You know, like he's like, no, this is that. No, she's not a valid target. She's not been in the army, and this happened 20 years ago. Why'd you bring it up?
If your whole conversation is in present tense, and then it says, like, doesn't matter if it's your favorite streamer's wife, and that's the only part of the thing that's past tense, in certain contexts, I think that might be something you can get away with. But in the context of, like, active military target could be killed now, you literally need to be more concise with your wording. Absolutely. When 40,000 people are watching you and you're talking about active military targets, I do think that you have to be more concise with your wording for sure.
So specified that IDF veterans are not valid.
So why did you bring it up?
Why did you bring me up?
You know, like he's like, no, this is that. No, she's not a valid target. She's not been in the army, and this happened 20 years ago. Why'd you bring it up?
And why do you bring me up regularly as a terrorist? Yeah. Why are you doing that regularly?
True. She has a right to be mad. People have been permabanned for far less. Why does Twitch keep supporting Hasan? My God, it makes the whole platform look so bad. Just, again, like, not here to defend Destiny on today of all days, but he was banned for a transgender sports debate permanently to the point where allegedly now somebody has to send it to a specific guy when his unbanned requests come through. Twitch is a complete shithole. And they obviously, we're not going to sit here and talk and relitigate the entire thing, but obviously their bans are not equal across the board, and there is special treatment being delved out. We all know this. Everyone's aware of it at this point. It would be more shocking if Hasan got banned than him not getting banned. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcaster's wife, if that means anything other than Gila Klein. Hasan streams like 12 hours a day, and every day he has to scrape the bottom of the sides of the barrel for enough drama to keep going. That's funny. The H3 subreddit is calling out the comments that you see under Gila Klein. I had people reach out to me about some of the comments I got under my tweet. Again, it's not about me, so that's not like a big scary point for me. But again, yeah, like after the Hasan thing came out, the immediate reaction for the fuck Ethan Klein community was like justifying the valid military targets claim that Hasan didn't even mean to say. So all the discourse was just people justifying fucking killing her. regardless of what Hasan meant or didn't mean, that was kind of how it was perceived. People were saying, how dare you say that Hila Klein is an active target? And then the majority of the audience was just like, fuck yeah, dude. Not the majority. I don't know the majority of the audience opinion, but yeah, it was all over the internet. It was just like, yeah, dude, go for it. Which is just absolutely fucking insane. Hasan calls out Ethan for flirting with Kick. We actually checked this out last time.
Important to remind people that he literally is trying to fucking go and get a Kick deal right now.
So he's been using this Kick talking point more than once.
A platform that this past week was in the news again because a bunch of French Kick streamers actually ended up torturing someone to death.
Oh my God, he's using that too. Dude, why does everybody use death, bro? Everybody uses death. I forgot the situation that was happening, like where they were tweeting out, was it the Snark subreddit where the person died? That was one of those too. It's like, oh, dude, thank God this French streamer died associated with Kick. So I can't wait to see how I can use that argument when I talk about Ethan Klein today. It's so fucking ridiculous, dude.
Fucking go and get a Kick deal right now.
Dude, the number one suicide deterrent for any of you guys thinking sad, like being sad out there, if you're a streamer, if you kill yourself, you will be used in a drama like this till the end. You will be referred to as the guy who killed themselves, and that's how you'll be reduced to. So if anybody here is thinking of ending it all right now, don't, because I'm gonna have to talk about you like 50 fucking times, and you don't want that. So, because everybody's gonna use your death as a weapon and wield you as a sword.
A platform that this past week was in the news again because a bunch of French Kick streamers actually ended up torturing someone to death. He's going to that platform after spending an entire fucking year complaining about how dangerous, violent, and anti-Semitic Twitch is, in collaboration with Destiny and Destiny's partner in crime, Dan Saltman. People who have said unimaginably anti-Semitic things, not that it matters because they're pro-Israel and so is Ethan, and he doesn't give a shit when someone
is Dan Saltman anti-Semitic? There's a lot of things to say about Dan Saltman. He's anti-Semitic?
Collaborate.
Oh, or is he saying Kick is anti-Semitic?
With Destiny and Destiny's partner in crime, Dan Saltman. People who have said unimaginably anti-Semitic.
Dude, Ruin Leon said, I was holding a gun to my head, then I realized Hasan might talk about me. I am no longer suicidal. That's how you got to think about it, you know?
Semitic things, not that it matters because they're pro-Israel and so is Ethan, and he doesn't give a shit when someone is pro-Israel if they're being anti-Semitic. Okay? This is a call to brigade, for the record. This is a violation of Twitch's, or this is a violation of YouTube's terms of service, for the record. Just
wait, what? To shout out going, like say that you might go to Kick?
So you understand.
Wait, what is a violation of YouTube's terms of service?
The notion that like a guy who is getting a deal from a competing live streaming platform that is a cesspit of anti-Semitism, pedophilia, and all different...
Wait, it's against YouTube's terms of service to go get a deal and stream on Kick? I don't think that's true. Duo streaming is only banned on... Well, its chat is banned on Twitch.
Kinds of awfulness would then turn around and try to fucking harm the revenue streams of a market competitor with...
Or is he arguing that, like, bullying a streamer to death, which is what's being accused, is bannable on YouTube? And that Ethan would somehow be like responsible for, I don't, what? I'm missing this. I don't understand.
Attempts like this, demanding that his fan base go and fucking actively spam advertisers with falsehoods.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That was it. Okay. All right. I apologize. I didn't realize where this was being clipped from. He's saying that targeting YouTube sponsors. Got it.
Is so...
That might be.
Transparent.
He makes no sense. No, he does make sense. The clip was bad. Dude, this is why the clip was bad. It's another bad clip. Okay, it was the clip. It wasn't me, it was the clip.
Blows my mind that people don't even fucking understand.
He gets clipped out of context all the time. I legitimately, that he actually did, I think. Defund the clip. Why did it lie? Dude, you'll clip out like 30 seconds of usable material and leave in all the dead air.
I mean, this is like... I don't know what to say.
That's not brigading. I don't know what YouTube's policy on brigading is for off-platform, but saying, hey, you need to all write fucking, I don't know, what's a sponsor? You guys need to all write Team Water about how much you love water. All right, if I was saying something negative right there, I'd be obviously brigading Team Water. But even if I'm doing it positively, I'm still brigading Team Water, right? You can't do that when it comes to streamers, but I don't know about the off-site thing. Like if I turn around and I say, all join BitBop's Discord server and say horrible things to him, I could get banned for that.
This person, well, used to be an Ethan Klein fan, by the way. Headband, what a bitch made move. He stood on his fucked going after sponsors is.
Dude, this guy knows individual chatters who have turned coat, or is that what it says on there? That's so funny.
I don't know what to say. This person, well, used to be an Ethan Klein fan, by the way. Headband, what a bitch made move. He stood on his fucked going after sponsors is.
Dude, I don't think about Ethan Klein, but I know individual chatters' names who used to be fans of him.
He made his name off railing against Keemstar and how much of a scumbag move it is to go after sponsors. He has lost the plot so fucking hard, by the way. You made him quit going live. They only do 2 days live a week now. It's only 2 hours. I don't know anything about whatever the fuck's going on over there. Okay?
Why did he read that? He's just like, dude, yeah.
I will say this. This dude.
I will say this. Immediate pause.
Dude is literally trying to get a kick deal. Okay? He's trying to get a fucking kick deal. And before he gets his kick...
I legitimately do think the issue for Kick with them is that they're legitimately scared. I think that Twitch streamers are legitimately scared by Kick. I think if there's a rival site to Twitter, people with large followings would start to get a little wary of that site as well, even if they claim that they're looking for it and they want it and it would be so much better. I think that when you have large established audiences... and then you have to pick up and move to the next site. I think that's always a scary process. Like, you can go to Kick, make a bunch of money, come back and do that, but you'll always have your Twitch subs and stuff. I think Twitch is declining right now, and Kick is picking up some yardage here. And it's the only one that I've ever seen that I think has an opportunity to dethrone one of the big ones. I don't know what the fuck Amazon's doing. I have no idea. It feels like they're running this fucking ship into the ground. Frogan made a Kick. Wait! Rob, is that true? Does Frogan have a Kick account? Oh, she's got to delete it immediately.
Big deal. He spent the last year talking about how much he cares about anti-Semitism. He's demanding that people spam advertisers.
Wait, did that chatter just say that he was against going after sponsors in the Keem drama? That's literally like why we were mad.
Kick deal. And before he gets his kick deal, he spent the last...
I don't know. I can't read it. Oh, no. Oh, God. Great. Love X, dude. I hope another platform destroys this one.
Whatever loyal fan.
Thank you!
No, I am not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
Reminder for everyone. Hasan Piker graduated from Rutgers University. This person has a double major in political science and communication studies.
From Mudahar University?
Fan base he still has to literally go after a platform that has a way more rigorous terms of service than even YouTube does, than certainly Kick does. This doesn't harm me. This harms every fucking content creator on this platform, on Twitch. Okay? What the fuck are we doing?
But you harm every content creator on Twitch. Twitch constantly bowing down to you hurts every... If I was like, I don't know, who's like a popular video game Ninja. Ninja streams mostly on Twitch, right? I would fucking hate Ethan, and I would fucking hate Hasan. I would hate Ethan for doing something that could immediately affect my bottom line when I'm not affiliated with the drama and I have no fucking idea or support towards Hasan Piker whatsoever. I would fucking hate Hasan Piker because every week in his fucking life is a huge publicity stunt that brings in more negative attention towards advertisers, even if Ethan Klein was in a coma. Right? The two of these people have done irreparable damage, along with Dan Saltman, have done like irreparable damage to Twitch, I think. But Twitch is really they're in the chair. It's not like they're acting alone. They're not sole operators. Twitch.tv banned people 30 days for doing the Arab to Jew tier list. And it was the biggest joke I've ever seen. I don't think they should have been banned. We talked about this at the time. This is something I fucking fundamentally disagree with. I think that those people who did the Arab to Jew tier list should not have been banned by Twitch, because there's no way a TwitchCon sanctioned event was not okayed by some of the people who were running it. If I brought a panel idea to Twitch staff and they okayed it, and I put on a panel that was an Arab to Jew tier list and they banned me 30 fucking days, I'd have lost my mind. I would have gone fucking crazy blasting that company. I probably would have switched platforms. Dude, somebody's got to... They can't let you go on stage in front of Samsung. I'll blow up the fucking... I will blow up the fucking Mirage right now. You don't get to go stand in front of Samsung or any of these other advertisers and do an Arab to Jew tier list without somebody from Twitch HQ fucking signing off on it, right? That's insane. absolutely nuts to ban someone 30 days for that. Ultimately, all the decisions that they've been making have contributed to this. I think if they just kind of checked Hasan, checked Mike from PA, gave them a couple 1, 2, 3 day bans and stopped them from just going out and doing whatever the fuck they wanted on a daily basis, it would probably be better for the whole platform and there wouldn't be very many arguments against it. Like, all you need to do to stop people from thinking that you run a site that hoards anti-Semitism is to ban some of the anti-Semitism. It doesn't have to be permanently. You don't have to destroy Hasan Piker's revenue. You don't have to make Frogan homeless. You just got to give him a couple 2-day bans saying, hey, don't do that, or you'll get a 3-day ban. You know, it's literally the bare minimum these platforms had to do, and they have sacrificed people who are just gaming streamers on the gaming streamer site because these people want to be political advocates and use the platform in that way, and it's at a detriment to the people who made the site great.
And the dipshits like Asmongold lean into it too. They don't give a fuck. This doesn't hurt me. Let's say I get deplatformed from Twitch, okay? I go somewhere else. Ironically enough, I'd probably go to YouTube.
I don't want him here. Do not deplatform him permanently. We don't want him here.
Okay?
He probably would get banned here, though. If he did everything that he did the way that he did it, he probably would have been banned already on YouTube.
But in that process, you are, through cynical smears, utilizing the backdrop of an active genocide that's happening to go after an entire fucking social media platform that has tens of thousands of...
Dude, look at this. So, first of all, Augie chose to clip the one with the fucking steak logo on the bottom, which was against Twitter TOS, but that was, I guess, someone who had posted it with a fucking banner, right? And then, like, we thought this was fake. Did it turn out to be real? Did she really make a fucking Kick account? We still don't know if it's actually her. I don't know if it was ever verified. It was 100% actually Frogan. Did she ever actually stream from it? Yeah, that's insane if that's true.
The people that rely on it for their careers, their lives.
Yes, it was real.
Livelihood.
So that's that. And then obviously there was a drama. I don't really care about this one, to be honest. Apparently Shank Uger tweeted something out and then Ethan hit him back. This is more actual politics here than anything, so I don't know how to parse that. If I get murked by... Oh, what is this? Sorry for the tag, at Hasan the Hun, but I went through comments of the video that you should be aware of. So then he said, if I get killed by an adult wearing a color block pastel hoodie made for children, I am haunting everyone involved for generations. Deny, deflect, attack. Now it's my community, Unreal Man. So, Ethan calls out Hasan for accusing his audience of sending death threats using random YouTube comments. They were 3 comments, 2 had 0 likes, 1 had 2 likes. Yeah.
Is this really lolly?
Yeah, it's the community is hunting him, dude. 100%. I think that's a game you really shouldn't open up, considering all the people who are talking about like you can't go to a comment section right now about Gila Klein and not see something similar. So I don't know if that's really your best argument. I saw this one. I don't really know what this is. This seems like a Yeet opinion post.
As well the other day.
Oh my God, Mr. GQ Pumps, go ahead and get it out of your system. Oh my God, I loved it.
Oh, he's watching an interview of himself right now. Is this the fucking... This is what you guys were talking about? Okay, I won't watch too much of this because I know you guys don't want to hear a lot of Hasan, but this is another Glaze piece.
Loved the bubble bath. Here's the deal, Hasan. You're the only person. Like, I hate...
Did he say love the... She said love the bubble bath?
Bubble bath. Here's the...
Love the bubble bath. What the fuck am I missing?
Deal, Hasan. You're the only person. Like, I hate everybody that posts their workouts on the internet. I hate everybody.
Dude, why is every fucking person so thirsty when this guy calls? It is so bizarre.
That post their outfits of the day. I fucking like yours every single day because you're so cute and so smart and so everything.
Isn't it embarrassing to watch shit like this on stream?
I do it for you specifically. So that's why I do it.
Oh my God, Mr.
Is he getting like a bit nervous that middle-aged women are kind of fawning over him now and not like the I don't know. I'm not going to make the joke yet. We'll get to that segment.
GQ Pumps, go ahead and get it out of your system. Oh my God, I loved it. Loved the bubble.
Oh my God. So he pauses it there. Just sits like Denims moding.
Part 2? There was a part 2 to this?
That was the cover. Dude, you got to love a vintage Hasan Piker reaction.
I mean, he's so smart.
Oh, wait.
Oh my God, she just kept going. Wait, this is actually fucking Vibe?
This is funny. I think this was like after I had logged off, but because I needed to stay on, if you've ever done one of these things, you need to stay on the software so that they can upload on their end.
Dude, the only one that I know that has done anything like that was when Ricky Berwick was on Alex Jones. Do you guys remember the clip where Ricky, because the guy came in, they're like, Ricky, you're going to be on. He's like, okay, I'll be on soon. And they brought, it was like Owen Schroyer talking to Ricky Berwick. That was the funniest shit ever.
So I could hear them talking. I could literally hear them talking. But I wasn't like, I think they thought that I was like gone.
Deeply attractive. He's so smart. He's so deeply attractive. He's so well spoken. He's built. I mean, I'm just looking at him the whole time thinking, you're like the full fucking package, dude.
The very first time Pumps met Hasan, we arrived at his house and she's like, oh my God, you're hot. And
I couldn't
Dude, they literally can't even engage without you. It's so insane.
help it. It came
right out of the gates, Mrs. Robinson. And then we hung out with his.
Does he not realize that everyone's just going to meme this shit? Or is that the intention? Like, is this not like a bit embarrassing for him?
On at the DNC, and she would just march right up to him. She could just, Hasan, you're just so handsome.
Yeah, and we'd get a picture, and he'd be standing next to me. I'd be like, no. I want a full arm around. I want people to.
Oh yeah, she made him.
She was a couple.
She did.
I did. I mean, he's that cute.
I forgot that you did that.
Ever thought about writing a book, Two Grifters?
Dude, he just doesn't even engage with it either. It just keeps playing.
No, I still have time for it.
That's so funny. Slurp,
Dude.
true.
I'm telling you right now.
Oh,
white women.
Wait, did Lazy Shell post something? What is this? Oh my God. I can't show this. I think it's too graphic. All right, how do I'm gonna, Lazy Shell, buddy, we're only gonna look at like, all right, let me try to censor it. I'm censoring your art right now. Okay, I'm sorry. You can look at it on the Lazy Shell thing though, obviously. I'm gonna cover Anisa's ass. Probably. Let me just, it's kind of like there. Yeah, let's just cover that up. Boom. Okay. This is what Lazy Shell has posted to Twitter. I'm sorry, I have never experienced the love of a succubus, aka having my wife press her butt against the wall for OnlyFans clams. Great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Lazy Shell, everybody.
Are the fedayeen. People forget, okay? Women do not hold up half the sky. Mao Zedong was right. They hold up 98.
There's the clip.
Do not hold up half the sky. Mao Zedong was right. They hold up.
Dude, there it is. There it was. Dude, that's the perfect clip. We finally got the perfect clip. Dude, you want to get clipped out of context? That's the way to do it. Dude, that thing we said yesterday, yeah, that was not in context. When he said Mao Zedong was right. Oh, fuck, now I said it. Now they're going to say that oh my God, dude. Oh my God, bro. It's so over. I'm cooked. I'm cooked, chat. They're going to cook me for that. All right. Now, we got the brief lawsuit update from the H3 podcast channel. We're going to take a look at this real quick. I don't really know what's in this one, but yeah, I am interested to hear what happened. Let's check it out.
Another video. Today, we'll be discussing Denims and Casey Tron's response to my lawsuit, which was due on Friday.
Are we Coral Jopesing, though? Is anybody a little nervous that Ethan is posting lawsuit updates?
Last week, they did respond, and I'm going to go over it for you guys now.
Dude, Billy Mitchell watching from the chat being like, this is a losing strategy.
And I'm just going to put it...
Hold on, let me get some... Yeah, I got it.
This way, this is just a total flawless victory for us. That's how I'm seeing it, and I'll explain why. So here's the filing. And
Ethan, are you the last one left to take them down?
I'm only going to show Denims because they have the same attorney, and Casey Tron's was nearly identical to Denims. So I'm just going to look at hers, and it represents both. So basically what you'll see if you scroll this is they're answering the complaint, and you're just going to see a lot of copy-paste. Defendant denies. Defendant denies. Paragraph 6 contains legal conclusions with no responses required. Lots of copy pasting. It's all very just formal, kind of saying as little as possible. Answer.
Dude, if you pulled like a silly bitchel, because you know how like Carl's like, silly bitchel said this, half his chat would be like, what did you call Denims? No, you can't say that.
Paragraph 9, defendant lacks sufficient knowledge or information to form a belief. Essentially just saying we can't say. This one says contains legal conclusions which no response is required. Just basically not saying anything. Number 16, they start to move on to defendant denies the allegations. Defendant denies the allegations. They copy pasting. Deny. That's That's the Hasan form. Look at all this.
The Hasan form. What I'm understanding is what he's showing here is totally standard. This is exactly what you'd expect at this stage of the game. Yeah.
Look at these
What did you expect them to do? To turn in here and be like, we did all of those things, Your Honor. So what? Are you expecting them to, I guess, like, write up a new one every single time? Like, you have to reword it?
Copy pasting. It's the same answer between 22 and fucking 40. Is it the same between 22 and 45? Which says, answering paragraph whatever, 32 in this case, defendant lacks sufficient knowledge or information to form a belief concerning the truth of the factual allegations contained there within. On that basis, denies such allegations. So they copy pasted that monster of a claim, 22 to 24. This is essentially an exercise in saving money and cutting every corner possible and doing as little.
Dude, does he think, is he actually still sending these videos to the Library of Congress? Could you imagine? He's like, by the way, thank you for watching that video on stream, Denims. That one was also part of the law. I don't think you could do that. That'd be very funny. But yeah, as far as I understand from all the legal videos I watched, none of this is seriously out of the ordinary. My understanding is that this initial response by the legal team associated with Denims and Casey Tron was going to be kind of like a nothing burger. Like nothing was going to happen. It was just going to be very light and a lot of, just denial. Here's some examples, and obviously you expand on those when you get to trial.
As possible.
If you get to trial.
Well, right? That's what's happening here. Continue on, more copy pasting. Paragraph 46 to 63 says identical things. It just says paragraph 46 contains legal conclusions to which no response is required. And they copy paste that. And then they move on to copy pasting here. 65 to 70, defendant denies the allegations. 71, defendant denies the allegations. So this is essentially what this continues to be. They really don't say anything in this. Everything is like, I don't know, we don't know. We can't, how can we conclude? We don't know. Just that repeated and copy pasted like 100 times. Here's when they have now the ability to set their case forth, to explain their defense. They have claimed that our lawsuit is frivolous.
So this part of the lawsuit is where they go through, we kind of shown this on our own stream. This part of the lawsuit page or whatever, this response that they're issuing to it is just kind of lobbing everything at the wall is what I'm understanding here. They're kind of just they're setting themselves up to be able to use any of these. I think there were lawyers speculating that they'd use 5 of these defenses preemptively. I think they ended up using like 10 plus, right? More than 10 of them. They kind of just listed anything that could even be remotely applicable to this situation.
Hasan has claimed it. They have claimed it. Everybody who is trying to support them, iDubbbz has claimed it. They say it's frivolous. Why then have you declined to do the minimum amount of work in your case to explain it? Here, first affirmative defense for fair use. Complaint and each and every cause and action set forth fails to...
Yeah, I will say, again, I think that Ethan Klein wants them to do that because that would make his lawsuit easier. But this seems to be by the book. I don't agree.
State facts sufficient to constitute a cause of action upon which relief can be granted. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. This is their defense. This is their answer on fair use. Plaintiff's claims are barred in whole or part by the equitable doctrine of unclean hands. I'll tell you, the only unclean hands here are yours, bucko. I resent that. That is actually a legal doctrine. I'm just being silly. Yeah, it's just copy pasting. I mean, it's unbelievable. The lack of effort that's gone into this. So that's
to be clear,
what it is.
Though, that stuff isn't copy paste. The stuff he's scrolling through here are like the individual. So it's like these are the defenses. They're claiming express license, implied license, unclean hands, waiver, good faith, like all these different things. These are the defenses that they are claiming.
Pasting. I mean, it's unbelievable.
They're not the same thing.
The lack of effort that's gone into
her response is nuh-uh. My understanding is that that is what they're supposed to do. Like that's normal. Like it's not fun YouTuber law stuff, but like the fun YouTuber laws when people like Nick Ricada have like a fucking coke problem. It's just kind of like regular legal procedure.
So that's what it is by their attorney. Besides what's written here, the most interesting takeaways are these, and I'll tell you. Kind of as I touched on, one, they did the laziest, cheapest response, and they failed to tell their story. They had a chance to respond and they did not take it. The biggest thing to me is they failed. They had the opportunity.
My understanding is if they quote unquote told their story, that would put them at like a, and again, I don't have a legal background. I'm a Mudahar lawyer. You know, I'm a Mudaharian lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I've never passed the bar. I've never studied for law. But my understanding is if that would put them at a disadvantage moving forward if they did that, if they exercised that right.
To file a motion.
It's like a police officer saying, like, you had the opportunity to tell me everything that happened in the squad car, but you took your right to silence.
Motion to dismiss. This is what you do when you believe you have a frivolous case. You're telling the judge, this is so frivolous that I'll just set the facts straight for you, and it's so obviously fair use that we don't need to waste anyone's time going any further than this. They did not file a motion to dismiss, which means the attorney looked at the facts and considered them all, that they all have merit, and that there was no way in hell a judge would grant a motion to dismiss. That is essentially a confession, a concession that the law.
All right. I would have cut out the word confession, but concession maybe. I don't think that's a confession.
Suit is not frivolous.
Oh, okay, clip champ. The lawsuit is not frivolous. Got it.
If it was, they would have filed motions to dismiss. That would have been a no.
Yeah, no motion to dismiss is pretty relevant.
Bramer. They didn't do it. The lawyer said, let's not even do that. Let's save money, right? You have no chance of winning. So that's interesting. The other interesting thing about this is that they did not file any counterclaims. We were expecting them to try to file counterclaims, which means they would include in their response some.
Is that when you'd call out Ethan and play the clip where he said that, like, I'm not accusing Denims of calling CPS herself and saying that, like, that was the accusation? I've seen that clip go around.
Ridiculous, trumped up defamation or something. Just something to give them leverage against us, to be like, oh, so they have to deal with this. Or you want to negotiate? Well, we're going to drop our counterclaim now, and you have to drop your lawsuit, this and that. They didn't even do that because here's the truth. Because either their lawyer is lazy,
or they don't have enough money to do both.
Which might be, I don't know. Or he was like, I don't see any legitimate cause.
Or they don't have enough money to do that. It's going to this case is either going to go, like, if they really want to go to actual trial here, right? The worst thing that Denims did was crowdfund for a lawsuit and then say that she doesn't want to see this thing through and then give all the money back, because it told Ethan exactly how much she could raise in a best case scenario situation, right? And then they had the fucking huge Palestine charity stream with Noah, and at that point the floodgates were wide fucking open. Ethan knows how much money you're gonna make. Ethan knows how much money your community is already exhausted. People got mad at me. They're like, Nick, you don't realize that lefties work too? It's like, well, most of you don't, but if you do, yeah, I mean, ultimately, I doubt that you're in a position to send her another $100,000 or something, right? Obviously, she had to give money back the first time, but I think that people aren't going to be willing to give a huge amount to a charity and then immediately give money back to now 3 different people. He saw the fucking writing on the wall here. You know, he saw how much these people were about to get.
It would just be a waste of time. But the thing is, they both each raised $40,000, so they have $80,000 in the coffer, the war coffers here, and this is the cheap.
What is the watch behind the Wiggler? It appears to be a Seiko. Yeah, in like a, is it teal? It's not Tiffany. It's a little darker than Tiffany. Might just be the clip though.
This laziest dog shit response you can imagine. No motion to dismiss and no counter.
I mean, that would be good, right?
Claims filed. So this to us is a total flawless victory.
Yeah,
no motion
so I'm going to say he's probably pretty happy about it.
Dismiss, no counterclaims. No case even set forth in the complaint. Lazy, horrible, dog shit. Straight L's all around, guys. I'll be honest. Me and my lawyer were both pretty floored when we saw this, because we were accepting these guys to go to war. They were talking a big game.
I mean, yeah, I would say the non-motion to dismiss sounds pretty significant. I don't know. I think one of the lawyers mentioned that. I think I remember that.
Denims was just raising money a few months ago to sue me for defamation. What happened? What happened? You were so
yeah, it costs a lot of money. She doesn't have a lot of money, and they probably wouldn't. I think right now the idea is that they're consolidating lawyers, meaning that they're just pooling their funds between the two of them. And I still think Hasan Piker is paying, right? It's not out there. It's not public. It's not known. There's no evidence to support that this is happening. I think Hasan Piker is going to pick up the bill for whatever's left over, and he's just not publicizing it because people can still contribute. That is my nuclear conspiracy theory take, is that he's always been involved. He's just hoping that the crowdfunding continues, so he doesn't have to spend like more money. Because if people see that Hasan Piker is paying for the lawsuit, they're less inclined to donate.
You were talking all kinds of shit. You started to GoFundMe. What happened to this? You had a chance and you didn't even write in a counterclaim. What a coward loser you are. What a coward loser you are, Denims.
You could probably ask for Hasan to like cover this lawsuit as far as it goes if you're friends with him and associated with this drama and you make the content. I mean, I don't know if you can ask for it, but you can kind of accept that help for sure. I don't think that you could ask him to also allow you to go on offense when he's probably picking up the bill for at least 2 lawsuits here.
No counterclaim, no motion to dismiss.
People are asking about Tiffany. The blue color, there's a Tiffany blue color that is typically associated with like high-end. There's a whole fucking story. I'll save it for another time with like the Tiffany watches recently in an article that came out.
Fat L's, cringe, you lose, I win. So
if Ethan Klein ever rolls up to a stream in a salmon shirt with a Tiffany dial, you know that motherfucker just won the lawsuit. Okay? I don't think he's going to get a bunch of money from the lawsuit, but he won something. Because those Tiffany dial, like, fucking...
Nick just started insulting me
Patek and
viciously on
Rolexes
Twitter.
are fucking expensive.
what happens now is it goes to, basically it goes to Discovery.
Tiffany is a famous jewelry store in New York City. All right. It's not just a famous jewelry store in New York City. It is a, like, isn't that like a worldwide well-known brand? Am I fucking going crazy? Tiffany's fucking Tiffany, you know? It's fucking, the color is trademark. Yeah, it's fucking Tiffany. What are you talking about?
And then after that, it goes to summary judgment, which is where I think we're going to win, which is essentially after Discovery.
Dude, I went into Tiffany. You walk in there and they're like, oh, look at this. This ring is cool. It's like, this ring has that fucking necklace that has that fucking bracelet and all of it's about $40,000. Would you like that now or to go? Or something. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's nice. Yeah, you gotta buy the earrings too. You gotta get the whole fucking package, dude. This collection is like, it's one of 5 million. You should buy it.
They have to actually write a response to the charges, to the judge, and then we get to respond to it. And then they respond to our...
We get it, Nick, you're a baller. Bro, I walked in on their rodeo, and it was like, oh, that's a lot of money. All right, yeah, no, it's... I just thought the necklace looked nice. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good, I'll pass.
Response. And that is basically putting it in the judge's hands to say, hey, we're looking for a summary judgment. We don't need to go to trial. And I think that's where we're going to win. Personally, that's basically it.
Dude, I use a Ridge wallet, okay? I have a Ridge wallet, dude. If I ever own a Lamborghini, it's because I won the Ridge wallet giveaway, all right? Dude, I got so many entries, bro, because I bought a Ridge wallet during their double XP weekend. I'm probably... Dude, you know what the biggest scam ever... This is a brief fucking aside before I get back to the video. The biggest scam ever is these free car giveaways. Are you familiar with, like, no offense, I don't hate Ridge Wallet. I actually use Ridge Wallets every day. I've never been sponsored by them, and I used a YouTuber code to buy them, and I've been using them for like years now. Actually, probably a year now. Yeah, ever since I got the car, because I don't carry around cash or keys or anything anymore. I just have a Ridge Wallet that slides into my pocket. But Ridge Wallet is doing a giveaway right now where you can either get like a fucking Lamborghini or this truck or $100,000. And you're probably like, Nick, this Lamborghini is like worth like $250,000 to $300,000. Why is the cash prize so low? Because if you win and you accept the Lamborghini, you have to pay the tax on that. It's like, congratulations, you won. You now owe $100,000 to the federal government. Bro, who the fuck is taking that over the cash prize? I mean, like, you have to then sell it. Like, maybe you might make out good. You might make out good if you pay the tax, sell the car. I mean, but if you keep the car, then your insurance rates are going to go so fucking high that you're probably not able to afford it unless you could have already afforded a Lamborghini to begin with, right? Like, you can't keep the car. What are you going to do with it? But you have to pay tax on that car. So then you just take the fucking money and you pay the tax on the money and you get money in your pocket and you don't have to worry about selling a fucking car. You know, that's what you do every time. It's like, I don't know. I can't believe these free car giveaways. You have to pay so much back. Like, thank God. Dude, you literally win like $100,000 in debt if you get a Lamborghini from Ridge Wallet.
There's really nothing much to say about it. It's just a total and complete loss. They talked a big game. They had a chance to show it. They failed to
maintenance too.
To level any defense, any criticism at all. They've conceded that this lawsuit is not frivolous.
I think that he's right here. I think that is a concession that it's not frivolous.
And the fun is only going to begin now. So I don't.
Now they could prove me wrong or whatever. The next thing could have a motion to dismiss, and I'm just fucking Mudahar armchair lawyering it right now. But that does kind of make sense to me.
No, that
I obviously am not a lawyer, so don't get your legal knowledge from me.
They're going to be able to copy paste their way out of this one, but we shall see.
Nick, you just explained why lotto winners end up more broke, bro. If you fucking win a multi-million dollars or like fucking or whatever, and you don't hire an accountant first, you actually deserve to lose all your money. You deserve it, absolutely. The first thing you should be doing is paying your taxes, and if you're not getting it all in lump sum and you've chosen cash for life, you should be putting it into an account that pulls out like. Your accountant pulls it out automatically for taxes. You absolutely can afford to do that, and you're saving yourself a lot of fucking trouble. Okay, you should be calling a financial advisor, having this person start fucking making... Again, this is obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, don't listen to me, but you should be having them invest some of this money. Like, you need to be doing that immediately, and then pull out some money that you can spend on the short term for fun.
Basically want to know why Denims...
Or bring it all to the casino! Because if you double it, the government won't know that you put it all on the line.
Didn't...
I am not a, yeah, I don't know if, I'm not a kick streamer, okay? Don't take my word for it.
Sue me for defamation like she promised. I was really hoping to have a good time with her and, you know.
It's what now? Huh? You were, what now? What? What?
For defamation like she promised. I was really hoping to have a good time with her and, you know, I was looking forward to that claim of defamation, but she had a chance right here. I gave her golden opportunity. No motion to dismiss. No counterclaims. Why is that? Lazy, dumb losers. No money spent. Raised money. Didn't spend.
Dude, the judge. You're listening to the Carl Jobst read on the judge. It's like Ethan Klein went on his YouTube channel and called them both lazy, dumb losers. It's like, that does not read well in court, Ethan. You need to stand down.
And the money. That's interesting. Isn't it? That's all I have to say about that. So we will stay tuned. Again, this is Denims and Casey Tron. Frogan's response will be due in a couple of
this would not fly in the Queensland court.
Weeks. So we will enjoy that. Although I expect it to look...
Wait, is he in Moist Critical's room? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Is this a green screen into Moist Critical's house? I was like, where is this fucking backdrop?
Something like this, but she has a different attorney, so who knows? Maybe we'll see a different strategy unfolding. But me and
didn't even talk about a dildo once. What a waste of a backdrop.
My lawyer, we honestly expected too much. We expected way too much of our opponents. We thought for sure there would be a counterclaim at least, right?
Well, wasn't his fucking idea to make their legal bills more expensive by just writing it as much shit as humanly possible in the initial lawsuit? Like, that was kind of their, like, they tried to starve them immediately. So it looks like they've kind of evaded that, right? By just having the guy copy. I don't know how the billables work for the stuff that Denims' lawyer was doing. They still might have had to pay up the ass for them to type those lines out and copy and paste that shit, right? But my assumption was they put all that stuff in there trying to, like, starve them immediately.
But they're dumb, and they're bad, and they're wrong. And they don't have the facts, they don't have the law, and also they're hateable. That's 3 strikes. You're out, ladies. This is Ethan Klein, taking a hit of my inhaler. And saying, I'll see you guys in the next one. That shit hits good.
Jesus Christ. Is he filming that in front of the crew? Is that why he's looking off to the side? Dan's like, that was a good one, Ethan. We don't even have to cut anything that time. You're good. Like, the lawyer is standing right next to him being like, all right, listen, I wouldn't have used that term, but I think we can move forward with it. Drugs. True. Okay. Let me see. Hasan calls out Ethan's. Okay. So now we're entering the D part of the EH. The D part of the EHD. So Hasan is calling out Ethan's double standard for not condemning Destiny and Dan Saltman. Here we go.
Yeah, this is also true. Why is the onus now on not on E to condemn the actual death threats made against you by his sponsors, podcast co-hosts? Because like that right there, Redact Dev, is sponsoring Ethan Klein's podcast.
It's like one fucking standard deviation away from being a good argument. It's like Ethan needs to respond to the Destiny stuff, which, by the way, he should respond to. He should absolutely condemn that. It's an easy W, but that's besides the point. He has to do it because that button is paid for by a company that is owned by a guy who does a podcast with Destiny. So you are now forced to respond, sir. It's like one standard deviation away from being a good argument.
Podcast. Okay.
He does. I don't remember him explicitly saying it. I remember the comment that I saw, because I didn't see the stream yet. Did he say it? He did condemn it? He did on today? Okay.
One of the last remaining sponsors they have. Its own.
Well, in the defense of Hasan Piker, this was obviously not filmed today. So I imagine Ethan had done that after. At the time, that might have been true.
Owned by Dan Saltman, who is a psychopathic stalker of mine, as many of you
But it's good if he did do that. I'm going to check. I'm going to pull it up.
probably know. And he also happens to be Sex Pestini's co-host on their podcast together.
Is he going to argue, because I didn't see the clip ahead of time, is he going to argue that they never condemned Destiny for the Pixie stuff?
And what's really interesting about this is that while I have, without any affiliation...
Okay, is this it? Yeah. All right, we'll check this out after. There's a segment on it.
...affiliation to the people that... and we don't even know the details of the CPS shit or the skulls or whatever. Immediately, as soon as I heard about it, I was like, that's fucked up. That's completely unacceptable. Right? So why has...
But isn't it funny that he can say that and iDubbbz can't? That's always something that's in the back of my mind. He's talking about the skulls thing as if it was a joke on Noah Samson. Like, even Hasan Piker realizes the optics are poisonous. And Hasan Piker is too stupid to defend himself on many occasions.
Ethan Klein not come out and said... Destiny's direct death threat that he issued against Hasan Hasanabi Piker, my former podcast co-host, is also completely unacceptable. He still is advertising with them. He's still getting money directly from them. It's so crazy. The double standard is insane. It blows my fucking mind.
So here's the clip from today. Let's take a look at this. I think it starts right here. Yep, this is the Philly D coverage.
He's right. That my name would pull the most views.
And again, they don't stream on Tuesdays, but it is such an easy dunk to disavow Destiny on this talking point. So I'm hoping they did that.
And he says, the Ethan Klein, Hasan Piker, Destiny situation is crazy. And I was like, Destiny? What is the fuck does Destiny have to do with it? I have nothing to do with Destiny. I don't know him. I don't talk to him. I don't know what the fuck he's up to.
Too fucking bad.
Why do I care about what Destiny's doing? Philip DeFranco, what are you talking about? So anyway, but he puts...
Because fucking Phil DeFranco watched my fucking tweet. That's why.
Me and Hasan in the thumbnail. And then he... I don't know what it is.
Wow, the disrespect.
Did he change it? What's currently?
He did an A/B test between the two.
Yeah,
and then he picked one.
Dude, the only A/B testing story that I ever think is hilarious is Rosanna Pansino doing the one with Mr. Beast when it was like clickbaiting the fucking... Oh my god, dude. If you know, you know, dude. If you know, you know.
Which one won?
The Destiny Hasan.
The one without you.
Yeah.
I still have the one with you in it, though.
So it must be still going through A/B testing.
Oh, the test hasn't been done yet, dude.
Let me go incognito.
Oh no, Ethan has been owned. The A/B test is deemed that he is less clouded. Oh no.
Philip DeFranco show, YouTube. Right? Let's get to the bottom of this.
Dropping this while we weren't live? Fucking alpha
Hasan
move.
Piker. So this is what I'm saying. This is an intentional snub. He's watching and he knows. I think he's doing this to intentionally be provocative. And,
I think he's doing it on purpose to like make money. I think it's just a thumbnail.
And just plain rude to me.
Wait.
We know.
I don't even know what.
We know.
I don't know what part of it you're talking about.
We
the thumbnail?
know Philip
No, getting snubbed, dude.
DeFranco is a Hasan dick rider.
What's
What
the name of the
the
guy?
fuck,
Keemstar
dude?
Orbiter. Nick Oreo.
Is he that
Mr.
mad?
Oreo.
Dude, does he really think that Philip DeFranco is that mad about the comment when he was losing weight or something?
I don't know about that.
Dude,
In
He's
fact,
always
I
reporting
didn't
on
see
him.
his reaction,
He's
but
always
I
giving
heard
him
Hasan
favor-
was very upset by this video.
I could see it being the case, but
I was too. But that's just because
That-
Hasan's
it sounds
a
like he's
fucking
doing his
crybaby.
job.
Because Hasan's a crybaby bitch boy, and you'll see what I'm talking
I think
about.
Phil actually, he might.
Okay.
Like he has to be the victim.
Okay.
And he successfully made himself the victim. And Philip DeFranco was in a
I told you guys the story about how fucking in my college thing, right? I took like a fucking like a speech class or whatever, like an entry level speech class, and I did a speech on Philip DeFranco. I've told that story, right?
accomplice in that.
Look it up. So is that the slight that you're talking about, or are you talking about the thumbnail?
Well, the thumbnail didn't help.
Okay, so we don't care that much about the thumbnail.
He took the only Jewish person out of the thumbnail. Just
ADL, where you at?
I'm just saying, dog.
ADL.
Listen.
We had to get the topic approved, and my professor knew who he was. It was actually the funniest shit ever, dude. It was the one time there was crossover.
He's doing the AB test. The test is still ongoing, it sounds like.
Don't bring AB into this. He didn't have anything to do with it.
You know what
Feels
I'm
innocent.
saying.
He passed the
You
test.
know what I'm saying.
AB didn't decide to take the only
Dude, the AB test is just asking him, being like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, keep that one. I like that one better. Yup, that's good.
Jewish creator out of the.
That means iDubbbz failed the AB test today.
It's fine.
No,
You're never
Get
gonna
off the
please
bed!
everybody.
Stop throwing it to everybody.
Stop
Keep it
asking
for
the
yourself,
comments what
bro.
they think. Tell me what you think, Philly.
This is. We're not playing frisbee.
I
Stop
like that
tossing it off.
I like that he throws it back to
Yeah.
Nobody wants
like
it.
back to you.
Nobody
Frankly,
wants it.
Nobody.
I can't believe. Yeah,
Nobody
I can't believe
wants
it's a
it.
How many
hate
times you
birthday.
gone to the
Are
comments?
they wearing Lol Kyle Live merch? Yeah, so Lol Kyle Live sent a care package. They had a stream today called I sent skulls to Ethan's house.
Dan and shared your opinion.
every single episode that he
Exactly.
drops.
How many of you have ever gone to the comments?
Every time he
and
invites me
taken
to.
and shared your opinion?
I do it for every news story.
Who
It's
the
here's what I-
fuck is that guy now? Dude, there's no way. Every time they cut over, it's another fucking person on the... How many people does this guy fucking hire, dude? Holy shit. It's another fucking guy.
thought about this news story.
It's fucking Nate over here, dude. Oh,
That I
Nate.
watched.
I think I might have seen Nate once before. I might have already done this to Nate. But, dude, they just keep fucking panning over, and there's another guy working there.
And I'm like,
Oh,
this is
they're
what I
like a
thought about
numbered
this
list
one.
of
It's
feedback.
fun. It's so interactive.
You never
They replaced Lena.
done it, Nate. Don't lie.
Yes, I
to me.
do. Yes, I do.
Dude, this guy just cuts away. They literally should have a fucking bit where they just keep cutting to different employees, and there's just a new guy in the room or girl in the room every single episode, and everyone just goes with it, you know?
Bro, come on.
I know when you're lying.
Some conviction.
Anyway, so he took me out of the thumbnail, but it's called the Ethan Klein Hasan Piker Destiny Situation is Crazy.
I already got pissed when I saw that title.
Right.
Because it is not an Ethan Klein, Hasan Piker Destiny situation.
Right.
It's not.
Too fucking bad!
The only reason to bring Destiny into it is to turn Hasan into a sympathetic character. This whole thing is about him trying to get Hila fucking killed, which, by the way, his response is doubling down on him trying to mark Hila as... He's like, she was a valid military target. She escaped justice. You know, she could have been killed. She should have been killed then. That would have been fine. She escaped justice. You know, she's a criminal.
I don't really think this is a bad read of what Hasan said on that clip. It might be uncharitable, but I don't think it's a bad read. I think it's...
Who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
He didn't explicitly say should
Dan,
have, but I mean, listen.
I stand with your professor, but in current day.
Yeah,
Who's watching Philly D?
That's pretty bad.
No.
Not this clip. The Hasan clip is pretty bad.
Which is all wrong.
Who was watching Philly D? I'm not watching Philly D now, bro. I was watching him like fucking... When the fuck was I in college? Fucking 20... whatever. 17? Yeah. Yeah, dude. 2017.
A crime. She's a criminal.
He's wrong with everything that he said.
Yeah, I don't even think it was illegal.
I don't.
There's a good chance it was in collaboration with the PA. It was during the second Intifada, and also...
That's Florg. He's been on the podcast.
Nate just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Unironically, if you just told me that guy's literally just named Florg and he's been on the podcast for 30 years, I believe you. There's just so many different characters.
So,
dude, there's a second Ethan in the background of this fucking episode right now. He's been smiling at
Nicholas
me for 6
the Goat,
months.
Thank you for the $5, my man.
Ethan has been literally smiling at me like a fucking demon right in the background of this picture for months.
I went back and watched the story because I was curious. I didn't listen to it in a while. You say you went into someone's house, found weapons there, illegal weapons, and then took the weapons out and arrested the guy. We don't know.
And
that was
they were going on arrest of specific people that they knew were either involved in something or...
Yeah, I was actually a big Florg fan before I even started watching the H3 podcast. When they brought him in here, I was like, I don't know, kind of dulls your show, don't you think, Florg?
You know, they have intel, and they were going on specific raids of specific people. These are not like just going into anybody's home and just like terrorizing them.
The big thing that makes them all scumbags, during the second Intifada, the PA, there was a lot of organizing and coordinating with the IDF to help pick up dangerous people, dangerous people that the PA deemed dangerous and criminal, right?
All right, I want to hear more about Mr. Philip DeFranco. I'm not really interested. We've done the IDF thing to death.
You know what AT&T stands for? All tits and times of good and mirth.
You skip 3 seconds and you just hit this. What the
Nick
fuck?
just started insulting me viciously.
Let me try that again. All titties.
Jesus
Say
Christ.
medics and the military are also valid targets. Since he tries to hide behind things being justified.
That's not a bad argument. Would he argue that a medic sitting in a Humvee with the IDF would be it? Or is a medic is probably classified differently, so maybe it wouldn't be that.
That's my second guess.
That sounds pretty good. This is all American, baby. And that's why they left Hasan.
Yeah, I just don't know why you're spreading this misinformation about the tits thing.
You're right. What I said is worse. This is the all-American telephone company.
Right.
Just American. There's no...
Yeah, again, I don't know the whole fucking... this is not really my topic, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if a medic is treated differently than an armed soldier. I imagine they would be. I also don't know if an unarmed soldier or an unarmed member of the IDF would be treated differently than an armed member of the... I have no idea.
All in there.
No, I'm describing
So
it.
I'm not the guy to ask about that. You could ask Lonerbox.
It's called the American Telephone and Telegraph Company.
Great.
So basically, me thinking about this whole thing, like he could start calling me a journalist
Nicholas
instead of
DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
The Kleins are probably armed to the teeth and their house booby trapped like Home Alone.
You're joking, but like they literally just applied for concealed carry after the Hasan stream, so I think that's pretty fucking based of them.
calling me a terrorist.
You could, yeah.
Just
and I mean, you did.
2025 has been make liberals have guns again. Has been kind of the thing.
You report it to a massive audience. You came back and you reported on the raid to 1.4 million people. Hasan's only fantasized about it. All he does is read tweets all day.
You're getting
He gets his news on Twitter.
News, by the way, from the
X.
chat on that joke.
Yeah, I wasn't. I'll be the first to admit. all time, a tubular time. Who escaped accountability. She's a war criminal who needs to be punished.
I think.
Right. When did they talk about? Unironically, I hate to be that guy. When did they talk about Destiny? Because we kind of just went through all this. We're kind of just treading over. Oh my God, they talked about 31 times. It's cool. Oh yeah, we were there already. Destiny has nothing to do with this. We saw that part already. Here.
Anything like that, and I have nothing to do with what Destiny says.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's my closest collaborator. If you ask.
Here, this is what we're looking for.
He's the victim.
Right.
Which he did. Now he's been on his
disgrace to it to call it a situation.
She's a war criminal who needs to be punished.
I think it's just such a disgrace to it to call it a situation. You know? Like,
Yeah, it's not a situation. Destiny has nothing to do with what Hasan did to me. I don't know anything about what Destiny did. This is not a three-way situation.
I didn't even know anything about this. Apparently, Destiny, in response to...
So this is what we were looking for.
Hasan's essentially calling Hila a valid military target. I guess Destiny, who's a total fucking dumbass, who again, we had like a flawless victory here, and this dumbass went...
Okay, so he literally is in full agreement with me. He's repeating the sentence before it came out of my mouth, okay?
There and gave Hasan...
This is literally hours before I just gave this whole fucking speech. We're on the same wavelength on that.
Who again, we had like a flawless victory here, and this dumbass went there and gave Hasan the ability to cry and be the victim.
Right.
Which he did. Now he's been on his Instagram stories being like, oh my God,
I've been fucking driving this point home for weeks. This is like, it is so easy to go after Hasan Piker. It is such an easy thing to do. You do not have to embellish anything.
Death threats, you guys.
Yeah.
What do we get? This is unbelievable. We need to do something about it. It's like, oh, you don't like it when people give death threats to you? That's fucking really interesting, dude. But because of Destiny's dumb fucking ass, he went on Discord, and he said something like, somebody...
It was in his chat.
They should
offline chat.
Kill Hasan Piker, just something brazenly insane.
Which
For the
is-
record,
which
I
is
don't believe anybody should do violence on
stupid
Hasan.
and crazy, and we would never say anything like that. And I have nothing to do with what Destiny says.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's my closest collaborator, if you ask. he's hiding under the desk.
If
No, but
Destiny
it's
was my
like-
roommate,
It's like, yeah.
Hold on. Hasan has something to say.
Oh.
if Destiny was my roommate, I'd get him laid all the time.
Right. Because you're a bro.
Now that's closeness. That's the kind of closeness that should
Nicholas
be
the
Thank
goat.
you.
Thank you for the $5.
Anybody watch ID? Like, what is he wearing right now? What is that bracelet?
weird. But anyway, so yeah, he said something really dumb. And for the record, I don't, even though Hasan is a Hamas propagandist, I do not believe that that is even a crime. Okay, he's exercising free speech, which is totally fine. Now, certain social media companies do about it is, or advertisers, this is not an issue of free speech. But I don't think anyone should do violence on
All right, so he's clarifying his points. And this is what he had to say. His first time back, he said it.
Hasan, or even that he should be arrested or anything, right? He's not doing any crimes. He's expressing his opinion, and it's a fucked up one, right? Also, he's very good at skirting responsibility. He's never going to be like, somebody should have done this to Ela. Like, he's extremely adept at stochastic terrorism, which is using language that is likely to...
The problem with this is the only thing Hasan's audience would hear from this clip is, I'm not affiliated with Destiny. I don't know Destiny. Also, here's the talking point that Destiny used on me for years. Hasan has literally used Destiny as poison. Destiny has poisoned everything he touched. He's poisoned the commentary community. He has fucking poisoned like all discourse involving this drama. He is a fucking disease, I think, personally. That's my best takeaway I could possibly throw out. Because again, like the stochastic terrorism argument, or stochastic, I don't fucking know how to say the word. Everyone's gonna get mad at me in the comments, whatever. That argument spawned in, I believe, the first time I heard it was when Destiny was talking about Hasan Piker. So they're already primed to ignore your criticism.
Cite violence against someone just by the
anything they don't agree with is Destiny. Well, Destiny was the largest critic of Hasan's career up until like last year, or like early this year. So majority of the stuff they are hearing has already been said at some point in some capacity by Destiny.
Statistical odds of somebody in your...
It did exist, yeah, but the argument in relation to Hasan, I think, spawned off of Destiny.
audience being crazy enough to do it. He is a stochastic terrorist.
Was it Destiny versus Bosch? I don't remember. This is like a 2021 argument, right?
Straight up.
Like that crazy fucking DC, you know? It's like people like this are promoting that kind of behavior.
100%.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that guy watched Hasan. I don't
No, I don't know.
I mean,
behavior like that.
Would you be surprised? Though?
Not at all.
No.
Not at
all. Right. That is the response to the stuff we were covering tonight. I didn't even know it was there. I didn't have it queued up on the docket. So that's there. Now we're going to talk briefly, and unfortunately, like, there's not enough to make a whole segment on. Otherwise, I would have done that. The reason why we played the Only 17 Rucka Rucka Ali song in the intro, sorry VOD watchers, it's copyright, is because Destiny has found himself in another controversy that Yeet had to literally delete the tweets for because they content warning adulted him. I'm a bit wary on how to show this to my YouTube audience. As you guys know, that Chud Logic recently got a strike for covering Vosh, because he covered the Vosh sexting messages, and now that apparently they've ID'd the person Destiny was sexting to be a minor, I don't know how YouTube is going to explicitly take that, so I'm going to be treading carefully with screenshots, though all of this stuff is around, and you probably can find, I guess, the related conversations. Obviously nothing, like, directly explicit. What I'm talking about right now is the Solo Leaks person who published the Pixie allegations and stuff, or leaked stuff related to the Pixie allegations. They were with this person called Rose. I think their username was like Rose is Coming or something. I don't know how old they are now. I think they're probably like, what are they, like 20 or 22 now? 23? No, probably 21 or 22. Right? I imagine that's probably their current age. Now... It appears they were a minor. It appears the Rose person was a minor when she was messaging Destiny. I don't think there are direct logs that proves Destiny knew the age, but I don't think that's something that people are really going to be invested with here either. People have been speculating that Rose was underage since January when this story had come out, and my understanding is that the Kiwi Farms people took something Destiny said, found out more information, found out how old the person actually was through, you know, less than positive means, and then date checked all the messages, so it appears that, like, at worst case scenario is that Destiny might have sent and received pictures with someone who was underage. Or I guess the sending was stuff of like Melina, potentially. I don't know if this is when they were 18 or before. It doesn't look good at all whatsoever. I would say it looks pretty fucking bad. So that's currently what people are saying. We have, Rose is coming, has been doxxed and confirmed to be 17.
Just tipped $1.
Look at all my
Imagine how disappointed Lauren Southern felt after finding out Destiny dumped all their logs to a literal 19-year-old. He's just started sexting.
It was a one. Actually, we'd been sexting for months. Thank you.
So, yeah, I don't know. This is just a really shitty scenario. I don't. It's actually fucking insane. There's also messages here. I think these ones. What do these ones say? J-Stock was sending messages between Solo and J-Stock to Destiny. The way that she would record video content is her boyfriend would record her on Discord while she was fucking guys, and then she would sometimes after and send the boyfriend equal that guy 100%. So that's not good. That's boy, yeah, that's not good. He's got to respond to this in some capacity. Dude, I don't know. My metric on this one, right, is like, this doesn't really move the needle with me about Destiny. My opinion on Destiny really couldn't be lower, you know? I'm already there. I don't need any more convincing. But I don't think this isn't going to decrease my enjoyment of Destiny any more than it already is. There are logs when these are logs when she was 17, so that's based off the date checking that Kiwi Farms has done, showing illicit videos were sent and he possibly received pictures as well. So, oh my god, can you blank blank? Yeah, of course, blank is so nice. I think one of the videos was me eating Melina's ass, right? That's probably not, I would say that's probably not pretty good. My respect for him was already in hell. Now it's like the devil is spitting it. Yeah, again, there are questions here. Did he know the age? Does it matter to you if he did, depending on considering how far this went? I think his initial preemptive defense was that he said that she was 19 years old, and we never saw the logs of that. I don't know if the logs of that even exist anymore. They're probably redacted to all hell. And then I think his other preemptive defense for this was that, like, that she sold nudes on Tinder. And I talked with Augie about this a little bit, not to spoil, I don't want to spoil any of his takes about this, but I talked to Augie about this, and I kind of asked him, I go, what's the over-under on that? Because we talked about the Tinder stuff with, like, Mr. T Lexify. Like, basically, if, like, is it bad to not ask for someone's ID on Tinder if they're on an adult dating site? Supposedly they didn't have ID verification until last year. I thought they had it sooner. I might have been wrong in the Lexify drama about that part. I didn't know that apparently ID verification for Tinder was only in Japan. I'm just finding that out today. I think the big issue here is kind of what we were saying earlier. I think Destiny does legitimately weird shit. He has said legitimately harmful shit. And if you go watch the Ryan Beard video before finding this information out, your opinion about him could probably even potentially go lower than it is now. But I also think that he uses satire and he uses like pedophile jokes to kind of pad what goes on his feed. So when people look up like Destiny minors or whatever, they get like 15 tweets where he's just talking about Courtney on her tricycle or something instead of like actual weird shit that he has said in the past, right? They're like, my reaction to this is kind of skewed by the context of stuff that I have seen Destiny say that makes me extremely uneasy, and maybe I would judge him more harshly here than I would other people, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, it's not, dude, so my Discord was doing like a tier list today where they were comparing like Destiny to, who was it? Who was the Discord comparing him to? It was, oh fuck, because I ended up throwing another one in there. Brad is crying right now. Dude, Brad is probably in fucking tears that this has just happened right after his big interview. They were comparing him to, no, that was who I did. That was my comparison. It was like another streamer or something. I said James Charles, yeah. Because they started doing a tier list of, Pyro. They compared him to Pyro Cynical, well, they're like, well, Pyro didn't know the age or whatever, and obviously half my fucking Discord server thinks Pyro's guilty, and half of them think he's innocent, probably, right? So like that discourse started. But then it's like, well, what about the James Charles paradox? How many minors have to come forward for James Charles before you could say that, like, maybe this is just not an accident? Maybe the way James Charles was interacting with minors is the way that, like, Hasan Piker interacts with arguments, you know, with just, like, plausible deniability. You know, maybe that's the case. Again, you can't say it with absolute certainty without, like, performing defamation, but you can kind of think it, you know? It, like, your history, unfortunately, does kind of play a role in the way that people kind of classify these things. So then I saw, okay, this is what Yeet had posted. This was Destiny's defense to this now. I haven't dug into it at all, but she told me she was 19. There are logs confirming it. I haven't seen these logs. If they exist, I apologize, but I don't know where those logs are. If she was ever underage, I expect all of them will be running that solo guy because he was recording 60. And again, this is just back to, like, why are you criticizing me, Pixie, when Kiwi Farms is the one who hosted it? Why are you criticizing me, Pixie, because you were the one who shared this? Because I shared this message to this fucking OnlyFans. I keep calling her OnlyFans. I apologize. My understanding of Solo, and not Solo, of the Rose person initially was that she was an OnlyFans model. And that clarification, like her being an OnlyFans model would specifically mean that there was age verification taking place. So while I think that that's not a huge differentiation in a normal conversation from Snapchat or Twitter, that one is kind of big in this instance, and being wrong about that actually does contribute to the discourse. Because if you're assuming someone is sexting an OnlyFans model, there is an additional line of verification in place there. But like, if you're doing this with a person who runs a NSFW Twitter, you might start to wonder, why not just make an OnlyFans if you're gonna do that? Or, oh, you have a premium Snapchat? It's like, well, I don't really know why you're doing it that way, right? Yeah. It's a huge difference between you sexted somebody from a site that has proper age verification, or you found an NSFW Twitter account. That's a very different thing. It's a different Goliath, you know? So it is worth noting that specifically, but obviously this being his first response, I don't view it as very strong. It emulates a lot of the same stuff from his Pixie response. Anyway, she was underage while sending you the vast majority of that stuff. This is from Solo, the person who is presumably the leaker. I've seen people speculate that Solo was Rose, and I don't think that was ever substantiated, but I say, like, people repeat it as if it's fact, so I don't know. That is something people are saying. From what I heard, you were pretty negligent about confirming her age, even asking for ID at one point on Twitter and then saying it was okay / a joke. That's pretty weird considering that she told me she was unaged and selling NSFW material. My understanding is selling NSFW material is private Twitter or Snapchat, right? No, not Snapchat, sorry. Tinder, selling it on Tinder is my understanding of how that was being done. But yeah, that's that. Also, I just want to point out here, I think that Yeet, you got to try harder. This is like paid off. This is a bad tweet.
I'm showing you right now. This illegal. Okay.
I think you got to take his soundboard away. I think this is actually worse than what we just showed. What? Imagine that being clipped as a highlight. How bad is his soundboard normally if that was a good soundbite? So yeah, that's kind of my take. The reason that this isn't like a title segment, because if there was stuff to cover, I would say, like, yeah, it's a title segment. But you can't really engage much with the source material without kind of risking
started
ban.
insulting me viciously on Twitter.
I didn't pull this
Never
one up. What is
goon.
this?
Disavow
Yeah, these are all the
gooners.
logs. All the
Ban
logs are in the
gooners,
Shamu thread.
Honeybee, honeybee.
Hell yeah, thank you. So if you want to take a look at the okay, by the way, also, Scrimpin, thank you for the $20. But again, I don't want to minimize this to like gooning, all right? Destiny's problem is not that he gooned too close to the sun. Destiny's problem is it doesn't appear that like he did proper age verification, and you could argue the pro Jared stuff for that 100%. But the issue is also that like he distributed his friend's videos without her knowledge, and has been unable to prove that that was like something that they were like doing, like that he had permission to do that. So it's not like gooning too close to the sun. I think he actually hurt people. That's my personal opinion on the matter, at least. I don't know. I think it's a bit too much of a minimization to just say, oh, he gooned too close to the sun, guys. Not that I think that you were trying to do that. It didn't help. Yeah. Overblown. Nah, that's gross. I don't know. If you call this thing overblown, I think that you're probably just compromised. Again, you can't sit here and call out red pill content creators who are treating women like shit and being like the beacon, going on all these podcasts talking about your polyamorous relationship when you ended up fucking cheating on Melina. And treating your own friends and hookups like shit. I don't think that you could sit here and be a beacon of like justice for women and then also be Destiny. I don't think that can happen. Yeah, I don't know. I think that you're kind of compromised. If your defense for that is like, well, Donald Trump is the president of the United States, I feel like you've kind of lost the war. You know, you lost the battle and you lost the war. If you're like, well, a fucking pedophile is the president of the United States, so this is my streamer and he's gonna save the left, it's like you're probably compromised. I'm not really interested in keeping you around. I don't know. Male feminist happened again. According to the DMs he found her on Twitter. Yeah, that was my understanding of the situation too. Yeah, this looks pretty shitty, so I think he does have to respond to it. Any new information I'll absolutely cover on the next stream. And yeah, not looking to take anybody out of context.